All right, Council and McClure. Okay. L'Oreal Miller. L'Oreal Miller, unmute your microphone. Where are you on the screen here? I see you on the screen. Turn your camera on. Raise your right hand, state your full name.
L'Oreal Miller.
Ms. Miller, do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth?
Yes.
You may lower your hand, Ms. Miller. Ms. Miller, you have two tickets. You have ticket number P1446328, the People versus L'Oreal, L-O-R-I-E-L-L, Miller, M-I-L-L-E-R. Ms. Miller, on this ticket, you have a civil infraction for driving 11 to 15 miles per hour over the posted speed limit. That is a civil infraction. You also have P1446329. You have a misdemeanor for fail to display a valid operator's license. The people have indicated, ma'am, that if you were to plead to the civil infraction, they would amend and reduce that charge from driving 11 to 15 miles per hour, which is a 3-point ticket, to driving 1 to 5 over in a limited access zone, which is a 0-point ticket. The other charge, the misdemeanor, would be dismissed. This offer was based on you taking a driver improvement course. This was an old offer. Counsel is that she's already taken a driver improvement course?
She did take it, Your Honor, and a copy was provided to the prosecutor.
Very well. Thank you very much. All right, Ms. Miller, you understand, even though they've made you an offer and you've kind of complied with one of the terms and conditions, we never took a plea on this. This was a plea that was going to be contingent on completing the course. Is that correct, Attorney Hatcher?
That is correct, Judge.
All right. All right, Ms. Miller, and now you want to complete this and take the plea, and you've already in advance complied with one of the terms, so you automatically you have earned this reduction, but we still have to go through the process and take the plea. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you took the offer and completed the conditions because you were responsible for this charge. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Miller, on the date of March 29th of 2023, were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit, more specifically in the area of Woodward and State Fair?
Yes.
Were you stopped by the police?
Yes.
The officer indicated you were driving at least 11 miles per hour over the speed limit. Did that occur?
Yes.
Court finds you responsible for driving 1 to 5 over in a limited access zone, ma'am. Your fine is $125. This is a civil infraction, so it must be paid within 14 days. I can't give you additional time. You understand that?
Okay, no problem.
The other charge is dismissed, the misdemeanor charge. Do you know how and where to pay the $125, ma'am?
No, I don't. What I need to
ma'am. And well, I'm going to help you out here. You can pay online. Go to 36th District Court website, 36thdistrictcourt.org. You can pay on there. You can also pay at one of the kiosks that's located in and around the city. You may have seen them. They're called DivDat, D-I-V-D-A-T, where people pay their utility bills.
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen those? Do you know where one is?
I don't know where one is, but I've seen them. But
okay. All right. Well, they're in the Meyer stores, ma'am. They're in a lot of stores. You can just Google it if you choose to, D-I-V-D-A-T. And lastly, you can walk into the courthouse during normal work or court hours and pay at a cashier's window. But you can do it from the comfort of your home or at a local DivDat. Kind of looks like an ATM machine. All right?
Okay.
All right, ma'am. You're all set now that you know how to pay. 14 days, within 14 days. You're all set. The other matter is dismissed.
Okay, thank you.
Just
Hello?
put your phone on mute, sir. We'll call your case shortly.
I'm ready on a few. Should I bring them out?
Yes, anything that you're ready on, you can bring them out. Also, attorneys, when you know there's something that you kind of resolved. If you just go out to the on the system and just put next to their name what's happening, if it's a trial, a bench trial, or a plea or a dismissal, if you put that out there, I'll see that in advance, and that'll help me to call the cases a lot faster.
Okay, thanks.
All right, McClure. Sherrod McClure.
Hello,
How are you, sir? Please raise your right hand, state your full name.
Sherrod Lamont McClure.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth?
Yes, sir.
You may lower your hand. Mr. McClure, you have ticket number P1452023, the People versus Sherrod, SHERROD. McClure, MCCLURE. Mr. McClure, you have one count. It is a misdemeanor for allowing an unlicensed driver to operate a motor vehicle. The people have indicated that if you were to plead to that today, they would amend and reduce that charge to a 3-month delayed sentence. That simply means that in 3 months, this matter would be dismissed. If you have paid your fine, have not picked up any other cases, it will not be on your record. The people have actually sweetened that offer. Although they put it down as a 3-month delayed sentence, they said there will be no objection to a dismissal if you paid it early. So in other words, if you paid this fine tomorrow, this matter could be dismissed by tomorrow, okay? And it would not be on your record. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Sherrod, you've had an opportunity, Mr. McClure, I apologize. You've had an opportunity to talk with counsel. You understand that you still have a right to not plead to this, to challenge it, to go to court, have the officers come in, and you could question them, cross-examine them. You can present witnesses on your own behalf and even testify on your own behalf. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
By pleading guilty, you give up that right. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, how do you want to proceed today, sir?
Just plead.
Okay, all right. I've already sworn you, sir, so you understand you have a right. Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty, sir?
Yes, sir.
On the date of June the 13th of 2023, did you allow someone else to operate? Well, did you have a motor vehicle, first of all?
Yes.
One that was yours. Did you allow someone else to drive that motor vehicle?
Yes.
Did that person have a driver's license?
No.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Court finds you guilty of the charge as charged, and I'll give you a fine of $225. If you pay that early, sir, it will be dismissed early. If you do not, I will give you a review date of 33 months. That would be December the 7th. On December the 7th, I will go out in the computer. I will look to see if you have paid this fine. I will look to see if you picked up any other tickets. If you have not picked up any additional tickets, if the fine is paid, this matter would be dismissed. You would not have to come into the courtroom. You are welcome to come in if you want to hear me say this matter is dismissed, but you don't have to come. If in fact you want to pay it early and you have it dismissed early, I only need to know when you plan to do it so I can go into the computer and check it. Because I won't be checking it every day unless you tell me you're going to dismiss it by that date. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
I mean, please. All right. So, all right, sir. Do you know what you're going to do? If not, your review date will be December the 7th.
Okay.
So you're not going to pay it early, right? I'm going to look out there on December the 7th, correct?
I'm going to pay early.
All right. Well, again, sir, if I don't know when you're going to pay, I'm not going to be looking at your case every day. I got all these other cases. So if you tell me you're going to have it paid by a certain day, I'll look out there. Otherwise, it'll be dismissed on December the 7th.
Okay.
All right. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Do you know how and where to pay? I didn't ask you that. I guess you did. You're gone.
Yes,
You're
I do.
All right. Then you're all set, sir.
All right, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Stay safe.
All right, you too.
Judge, we're ready on Donald Marino.
All right. Counsel. Let me write this one up. Mr. Donald Marino. Okay, I see your camera is on. Please raise your right hand. State your full name.
Donald Brian Marino.
Swear or affirm to tell the complete truth.
Yes, I do.
You may lower your hand, sir. All right, Mr. Marino, you have ticket number P1469174. The People versus Donald, D-O-N-A-L-D, Marino, M-A-R-I-N-O. You have a civil infraction for disregarding a red or amber signal. You also have ticket number P1469180. There's 2 counts under this ticket number. Count 1 is a misdemeanor for driving without a valid license. Said you never had a license. Count 2 is a misdemeanor for no insurance. The people have indicated, sir, if you pled to the, let's see, which one? Oh, driver's license. Nope, not that one. Disregarding a red or amber signal. That is a 3-point ticket. The people have indicated that they would amend and reduce that charge from that 3-point ticket to a driving 1 to 5 over in a limited access zone, which is a 0-point ticket. The 2 misdemeanor charges would be dismissed today. Do you want to take advantage of that today, sir?
Yes, I do.
Are you pleading responsible because you are responsible, Mr. Marino?
Yes, I am.
All right, on the date of June the 6th, June the 8th of this year, 2023, were you driving a motor vehicle in the area of Outer Drive in Linden in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Were you stopped by the police, sir?
Yes, sir.
Officer indicated that you disregarded or went through a red or amber signal. Did that occur?
Yes, I did.
Court will find you responsible for the amended and reduced charge of driving 1 to 5 over in the limited access zone. Your fine is $125. That fine must be paid within 14 days. The other 2 matters, the 2 misdemeanor matters, both are being dismissed today. Those would have been $225 each, so that would have been $450, but that is being dismissed. The $125 that you have to pay, sir, do you know how and where to pay?
Yes, I do.
You have 14 days to pay that, sir. The other 2 matters are dismissed today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you know where to pay, sir?
Yes, I do. I can call and pay it over the phone, right?
You can do that as well, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. I'll pay it next Wednesday when I get paid.
You're all set, sir. Good luck to you.
One last question, sir. When I
Yes, sir.
can I go get my driver's license? I'm not on.
You have to ask
that,
this-
sir. You got to go to Secretary of State.
Gotcha.
This is the court.
Good day and good weekend.
All right. Stay safe, sir.
You too. Bye. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Mr. Kowinski, can we please get a breakout room?
Yeah, I was wondering, who do you want to speak with?
Well, can we go into 2, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Oh, Counsel, the APA Kowinski has fallen off a couple of times, so he doesn't have breakout privileges now. I mean, but you do. You can put him in a breakout room.
Understood. Okay, fine. Thanks.
Attorney Hill, where are we on your case? All right, no problem. Let's see.
Sorry, Judge.
Oh, no problem, Counsel.
We're ready.
I could tell that you were in another courtroom or on the call, so I didn't realize that when I called your name.
No
What do
problem.
you have, sir? Are we ready with your case?
Mr. Ricky Mack, we're ready for sentencing.
Okay.
Ms. Rogers will want to be available on this one.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. I guess we have to get her back unless she's out here on Zoom now. We'll get her back. All right. Attorney Hatcher, I just saw you out here a second ago. Were you ready to call something else? Okay, she went back in. Mr. Tony Mosby. Unmute your microphone. All right.
Okay.
Mr. Mosby, let's see. You had other conditions that you had to do. You had to do the mother's impact, mothers against.
Yes.
All right, let's see, let me take a look. What do you have, sir, to show that you completed those other conditions?
I have it I had that in my phone, the paper, because I did it online.
All right. So how are you gonna show it to me now so I know you did it?
Is this any way I can fax it to you?
You can text it to me, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, I
Or
can
email.
text it to you.
Can you email it?
Email it, yeah.
You have something to write with, sir?
Mr. Mosley,
Yes, I
just
have
sent you-
something.
Mr. Mosley, I just sent you a chat with the email address in there.
All righty.
Do you see the chat message?
No, because I'm on the phone with y'all.
I know you, if you tap on your phone, you should see something that says more and you'll see chats. See that, I sent you a chat with the email.
Yeah, I see it. Yes, I see it.
I'm ready on a few, Your Honor, if you're ready.
All right, 1 second, counsel. I'm doing
Okay.
something right now.
Oh, sorry, not a problem.
That's all right. Okay. Attorney Vanek, which one did you want me to call?
I'm writing on a few. So
Right,
we
you-
can start with, why don't we start with Sataria Mercy, please?
All right. Miss Merce, what is that? That's looks like Mercery.
Mercury.
Mercury?
Mercury.
You said Mercery. All right now.
Yeah.
I need you to raise your right hand. State your full name, please.
Sataria Mercury.
Swear or affirm to tell the complete truth.
Yes.
You may lower your hand, ma'am. Ms. Mercer, you have 2 tickets. You have one P1467217, the People versus Sataria, Sataria, Mercery, Mercery. On this ticket, ma'am, you're charged with supplying false information to a police officer, false information or ID to a police officer. You also have ticket number P1069688, and that's remaining in the park after closing hour. The people have indicated if you pled to the P1467217, supplying false information, they would give you a 6-month delayed sentence. That means 6 months from today's date or on the date of April the 8th, 2024. If your fine is paid, you've not picked up any additional tickets, this matter would be dismissed and would not be on your record. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
You want to take advantage of that, or you want to take these to trial, ma'am? Trial and formal, trial, both a trial.
I'll take, I'll pay the fine.
All right, so you want to take advantage, that means you'll have to plead to something. You understand that?
Yes.
And if you plead guilty, you give up your right to have a trial. You understand that?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Well, let me say it this way, ma'am. I cannot allow an innocent person to plead guilty. So if you're not guilty, I cannot take a plea. That would be a court of convenience, not a court of law. I cannot allow any innocent person to plead guilty. So if you're not pleading guilty because you are guilty, then we have to set this for trial.
Okay, I'm not guilty.
Okay, all right. Then we'll set you up for a trial date, ma'am.
Okay.
We'll let the attorneys talk to you again so we can make a determination as to what type of trial you want to have. So,
That's fine, Your Honor.
So just hold on, ma'am, and we'll attorney will get back with you.
Okay, thank you.
Can Ms. Sataria Mercery please be put back into, I don't see,
We'll put her back into a room,
put her
but
in
I don't
breakout
want you to
room.
go in
Okay.
until we do your other case.
Yes, that's
What-
fine, Your
What
Honor.
other case did you want to call?
Yes, Your Honor. The next one I'd like to call is Dominique McCoy, please.
I'll push mute.
All right, Ms. McCoy,
Good morning.
how are you today, ma'am? I need you to raise your right hand, state your full name.
Dominique McCoy.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth?
Yes.
You may lower your hand, Ms. McCoy. Ms. McCoy, you understand you have a constitutional right, absolute right to, well, I kind of jumped the gun on that. Ms. McCoy, you have ticket number P1469650. The People versus Dominique, DOMINIQUE. Excuse me. McCoy, MCCOY. Ms. McCoy, you have a civil infraction for driving 16 to 20 miles per hour over the posted speed limit. You also have P1245477. You have 3 misdemeanors under this ticket number, 3 counts, all misdemeanors. Count 1 is driving unregistered or untitled vehicle. Count 2 is no insurance. And count 3 is a civil infraction for expired plates. You also have ticket number P1469665. And you have 2 misdemeanors, driving unregistered vehicle and no insurance. The people have made an offer. Let's see if I got them all here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. People have indicated, ma'am, you had a speeding ticket, that if you pled to the speeding ticket of driving 16 to 20 miles per hour over the posted speed limit, they would amend and reduce that charge to driving 1 to 5 over, which is a 1-point ticket. The other matters would be dismissed. Do you want to take advantage of that, ma'am, or do you want to set these for trial, formal hearings?
I'll take advantage.
All right, Ms. McCoy. I've already sworn you in. You understand that you have a constitutional right and absolute right to go to trial, or in this case, it's a civil infraction, so you have a right to have a formal hearing. You understand that?
Yes.
You understand by pleading responsible in this matter, you give up your right to have that formal hearing.
Yes.
Are you pleading responsible, ma'am, because you are responsible?
Yes.
On the date of June the 13th of 2023, were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit and you were driving at least 16 miles per hour over the posted speed limit?
Yes.
Court have found you responsible for driving 1 to 5 over. The other matters are dismissed. Your fine is $125, ma'am. Do you know how and where to pay that?
I could come to the court and pay it, right?
That's one way, ma'am. But if you were out here before, you might have heard me say that you can pay it online at 36districtcourt.org, or you can pay it at one of the kiosks that's located in and around the city. It's called DivDat, DIV, kind of looks like an ATM machine where people pay their utility bills and things of that nature. You can also pay your tickets there. You can use cash or card.
Okay.
You go. Have you seen those, ma'am? Is that yes?
Yes.
All right, ma'am. All right, then if you know how and where to pay, you have 14 days to pay that, ma'am. You got to be paid within 14 days. The other matters are dismissed.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
$125, ma'am. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
APA, did you ever speak to Attorney Baji? I put him in room number 2 with me.
Yeah, I did. And I'm kind of waiting for Miss Cole to check back in because this one is one that I would kind of need her expertise on. However,
Not a problem. I just wanted to make sure you spoke to him because he was saying that he was still waiting to speak to you, so I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I did speak with him just a few minutes ago, and he did tell me what his was about. I have a question. Did you guys do the hang on, let me look it up. I'm gonna mess up the name, so I apologize. The Bilal Mohsen ticket.
I don't believe so. I don't think we did it yet.
That's the one I spoke with Trooper Mala on.
Okay.
Did you make an offer, Counsel?
Well, based on this ticket, in all honesty, if he has a license and his registration in hand, we could probably dismiss those. But based on the facts presented, the first count there may not be an offer for that one.
Your Honor,
Yes, Counsel, I was just coming back to you. What do you have?
I believe that's her case.
Natasha Matthews is ready, Your Honor.
All right. All right. Matthews, do we have you out here on the screen? I do
Yes,
see you.
I'm
I need you to raise your right hand, ma'am. State your full name.
Natasha Matthews.
Hold on, Mr. Matthews. We're not talking to you. We're talking about Miss Natasha Matthews. All right. Mr. Matthews, you can mute your microphone. We're not ready to call your case yet. All right. Natasha Matthews.
Natasha
do you swear
Matthews.
or affirm to tell the complete truth?
Yes.
All right, ma'am. You may lower your hand. Miss Matthews, you have ticket number P1470067. You have 2 counts on this ticket. They are both civil infractions. One is expired place and one is no insurance. You also have P1470068. You have 1 misdemeanor charge of drive while without a valid license. The people have made an offer, ma'am, that if you pled 2 expired plates as charged, the other 2 matters would be dismissed. The misdemeanor for driving without a license and the other civil infraction for no proof of insurance. Do you want to take advantage of that today, ma'am, or do you want to set these for trial and formal hearing?
I'll take advantage of it.
All right, Ms. Matthews, I've already sworn you in. You understand that you do have a right to have a trial for the misdemeanors and a formal hearing for the civil infractions. You're just pleading to 1 count, which is a civil infraction. You understand you have a right to not plead to that civil infraction and take that to trial or to formal hearing. You understand that now?
Yes.
Are you pleading responsible because you are responsible?
Yes.
On the date of June 11th of 2023, ma'am, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
The vehicle you were driving, was that your vehicle, ma'am?
Yes.
The plates were expired. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
The court finds you responsible for that charge, ma'am. The other 2 matters will be dismissed. Your expired plate. 1 second here. Your fine for an expired plate for the civil infraction is $145, ma'am. $145. Can you pay that? Well, you only have 14 days to pay that. I don't have the authority to give you additional time. We can only do that for the misdemeanor charges, the criminal charges, but the civil infractions have to be paid within 14 days. Did you hear me describe to others how and where to pay, ma'am?
Yes.
So you know where to pay now?
Yes.
All right.
I do.
14 days, ma'am, $145.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good day, ma'am. The other 2 matters
You
are
too.
dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Thanks.
Mhm. Next one, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. The next case that's ready is Stephen McLeod.
Mr. McLeod.
Greetings. How are you today?
I'm very well. All right. Mr. McLeod, please raise your right hand, state your full name.
Stephen McLeod.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, sir?
Correct.
You may lower your hand, sir. Mr. McLeod, you have ticket number P1470143. You have a civil infraction for careless driving. You also have P1470144. You have a misdemeanor for open alcohol in a motor vehicle. Mr. McLeod, let me back up a moment and spell your name for the court reporter, which I normally do. This is People versus Stephen, Steven, McLeod, McLeod. All right, Mr. McLeod, the people have made an offer on your case that if you pled to the open alcohol in a motor vehicle as a driver, they would amend and reduce that charge to open intoxicants in a motor vehicle as a passenger. And let's see. And the other count of careless driving, they would amend and reduce that from careless driving, which is a 3-point ticket. They would amend and reduce that to driving 6 to 10 over the speed limit, which is a 2-point ticket. So how do you want to proceed on these matters, Mr. McLeod?
I'm requesting a bench.
Okay, a bench trial.
Yeah.
That's fine, sir. You had an opportunity to speak with counsel and you went over the difference between a bench trial and a jury trial. Is that correct, sir?
Correct. Thank you.
And it's your decision to have a bench trial. We can give you a trial date, sir, of November the 14th, 2023 at 9 a.m. If you have any witnesses or anyone that was present with you on that date and time, sir, and they can testify as to what may have happened, you can have them come in on the same date, November the 14th at 9 a.m. They have to let me know when they come out here that they do not have a case themselves out here, so I won't be looking for them on the docket. And they tell me that they are a witness on your case. When they come in, this is going to be on Zoom, sir. When they come in, they have to, one, be in a location other than where you're located. We cannot listen or talk to each other or hear each other's testimony. So, and let me know, and I will place them in a room. And then when it's ready to call your case, we can proceed. All right, Mr. McLeod?
All right, awesome. Thank you.
All right, you have a great day, sir. Stay safe. We'll see you on November the 14th at 9 a.m.
November the 14th at 9 a.m. Same courtroom, Zoom.
That's correct, sir. And like I said, if you have witnesses, give them the same information so they can come out here as well.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Ms. Cole, can I get a breakout room, please?
I don't have breakout room capabilities. So.
Oh, okay. I will move you then. Okay, hold on.
Can I join the breakout room with Ms. Cole? Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it possible that Mr. Kowinski can be put into room 6?
You should be able to do it, but he has co-host capabilities. I just gave it to him, so he should be able to move to room 6 on his own.
Oh, yeah, because I'm not able to do that. Mr.
Okay,
Kowinski,
yeah.
join 6? Just join 6. Thanks.
6, thank you.
Yep, 6, thanks.
Judge, when you get a case.
Yes.
This one's gonna be a dismissal for valid documentation.
Okay.
Mosley, I sent you a chat. I need you to send that again because I'm not finding it in our email.
So you sent me a text?
I sent you a chat message saying I need you to send that again.
Okay.
And to make sure you send the right email address because it's not showing up.
All righty. No. Oh, so you wanted me to leave and do that? I've been waiting on y'all to come back to me.
I sent you the email address and told you we needed you to send the paperwork.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm about to do that right now.
Okay. Yeah, I brought him out.
Ibrahim Mehdi.
Yes, Your Honor.
State your full name, sir.
Ibrahim Abdul Mahdi.
All right, Mr. Mehdi, you have ticket number V130807. The People versus Ibrahim, Ibrahm. Last name is Mehdi, Mehdi. Mr. Mehdi, you are charged with one count for no driver's license. The people have indicated that they have seen valid documentation. You do have a valid license, and this matter is dismissed. You are free to go, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you can sign off, sir. Good luck to you. That's Charleston.
He was. I don't know if he's still out there. Cindy might have told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see him.
All right, what do we have? Do we have something? Are we doing? What's ready? Is we ready with Attorney Hill?
I don't know, because I think he has to talk to Sydney, and I don't think that's something that you're gonna be able to do.
He just wants to be present. That's all.
So we getting another date? Is that what you're saying, counsel?
No, I'd like to get the sentencing done today if we could, Judge. I sent her a text message. She said she'll be in a minute.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. Let's see. Attorney Hatcher.
Judge, you can call McCrary and you can call Earl Mason.
Okay, just for clarification, I have something in my hand that says Mercery. That's not McCleary, right?
Mercury just did.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
No, Mercury.
I didn't do that. Okay. All right. Let's see, what do we have here? Let me find McCleary. And what else did you say, counsel?
Earl Mason.
Okay, I got McCleary in
This
hand.
probably both be dismissed for no appeal.
Okay, I got McCleary in hand. Let's see. I don't see Mason.
I'm here for Earl Mason.
Oh, Earl Mason, yeah.
Oh, for Earl Mason.
That one
Okay.
might be.
All right.
And
Let me do it this way.
McCary's, her officer was here as well. We're just requesting an adjournment because she's gonna get retained counsel.
Okay, very well. Sharday McCrary, where are you? There you are, ma'am. I need you to raise your right hand, state your full name.
Sharday Nicole McQuarrie.
Ms. McCrary, do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth?
Yes.
All right, you may lower your hand, ma'am. Ms. McCrary, you have ticket number P1447648, the People versus Sharday, CHARDE, McCrary, MCCRARY. Ms. McCrary, on this ticket, you have two counts. They are both misdemeanors. One is leaving the scene of a property damage accident, and the other one is open alcohol in a motor vehicle as the driver. And counsel?
Good morning, Your Honor. Amari Hatcher, P74935, appearing on behalf of the defendant. Your Honor, she is requesting that the court adjourn this matter. She has a retained attorney. They have not filed an appearance, but she is indicating that they will file an appearance, and she's just asking for an adjourned date to do so.
Oh, certainly, ma'am, you have a right to have your own attorney here, and if your attorney is not present today, we certainly will adjourn so you can have your attorney here representing you. We're not going to deny you your right to your attorney. So, who is your?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
When I was told last time I was here, I don't think I understood it right. The lady had told me that I would get seen by either you or a jury. So I said I would rather get seen by my judge, but I didn't know that it would be. Yeah, so I don't know
Oh, okay. Let me explain to you, ma'am. If you decide to have a trial, you have the opportunity to decide what do you want. You can have a trial by a jury, or you can have a trial by a judge. That would be your decision to make. But that's only if you decided that you wanted to have a trial. At this point, your
Today is
attorney
the
is
trial
not here.
date, Your Honor, so you
Oh,
gave
today
her
is the
that
trial date.
spiel the last time she was here. I've explained it to
Okay.
her numerous
Okay.
times that today is set for trial, whether it be by judge or jury, it's still the trial date.
Yeah. Well,
And
if
so
it
that's
was,
the part she's confused about.
all right, ma'am, you indicated that you did say you want to have a trial by judge, and that we could do that today because you did not demand a jury. If you demanded a jury, we would have had to have people from the community to come in and sit on the jury panel. Uh, if if you have your own attorney, ma'am, you have the right to have your own attorney. If you do not come in with your own attorney, we do provide attorneys like Attorney Hatcher, who you spoke with early today. Uh, Generally, what we do is if you don't have your own attorney, we proceed by way of the attorney that is in the courtroom working, and they would be representing you today. However, I'm being told that you have your own attorney, you've hired your own attorney, and they're not here today. So we could not proceed today because your attorney is not here. So who did you hire, ma'am?
Phil Reagan.
Phil Reagan. Okay. All right. Yes, he is an attorney who is known in this courtroom. If you hired him, when did you retain him, ma'am? Which is a word for hire. So,
Well, this was when it first started, but
when was
I
the last
forgot
time
my
you talked to Attorney Reagan?
besides today.
Oh, you did talk to him today,
Yes, that's
and he told
I'm
you to just
currently like
get an
texting
adjournment.
right now.
All right, and he told
Yes,
you to get an adjournment, and he'll be here for the next date.
yes.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do, ma'am, is I'm going to set you for a pretrial. I'm not going to set it for a trial date because he's not here, and we need to make sure that his calendar is free, and we don't set this on a date where he's not available. So we're going to give you another pretrial date. I don't think we need to give him a pretrial date that far out, though. So, give it. Ma'am, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a new trial date. Your trial date is going to be November the 14th, November the 14th at 9 a.m. And let Attorney Reagan know that, and let him, contact him today. And if he has a problem with that date, he can call us and we could get him a new date. But you'll have to let him know right away and make sure that he's ready to come in on that date.
Yes, I'm texting him right now. What time did you say? You said November 14th. At what time?
9 a.m., ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you there, ma'am.
All right.
Officer Harris, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Attorney Hatcher, did you have anybody else before we call this retained case?
You can call the Jessica case or the Earl Mason case.
Okay. You got both of those up there, right? No, it's just.
Did Ricky Mack just come into the courtroom?
That's a retained matter.
Oh, okay.
He's Attorney Ryan Hills.
And I'm almost ready on Mr. Mack too.
We're ready on Mason and Jessica.
You.
Here's Jessica.
I just grabbed it. Earl Mason. Let's see. I'm looking for. I see you on the screen. I need you to unmute your microphone. Raise your right hand. State your full name, please.
Yes, name is Earl Alexander Mason.
All right, Mr. Mason, do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth?
Yes.
You may lower your hand, sir. Mr. Mason, you have ticket number P1429465. The People versus Earl, EARL Mason, MASON. On this ticket, Mr. Mason, you have two counts. Under this ticket number, you have two counts. Count 1 is a misdemeanor for no insurance. Count 2 is a misdemeanor for disobeying a lawful order of a police officer. You also have ticket number P1447164. On this ticket, you have 3 counts, sir. They are all civil infractions. Count 1 is improper lane usage. Count 2 is improperly tinted windows. And count 3 is a civil infraction for defective or missing equipment. The people have indicated, sir, if you plead to 1 count of hold on one second, sir. If you plead to 1 count of disobeying a lawful order of a police officer, they would give you a 9-month delayed sentence. That means in 9 months from today's date, if you have not picked up any, you're going to have a fine of $225. And if you have not picked up any other cases or any charges in that period of time, that matter would be dismissed and it would not be on your record. The other matters would be dismissed today. Do you understand that, Mr. Mason?
Yes, I do.
And how do you want to proceed today, sir? It is your choice.
I can plead to that.
Does that mean you want to take advantage? That means you would be pleading guilty to 1 count, sir?
Yes.
All right. And you understand that you do have a constitutional right and absolute right to go to trial on this and challenge it. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Mason, you've indicated you are guilty and you want to plead. No, I didn't ask you that question exactly in that form, and I should. So are you pleading guilty today because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
On the date of April the 2nd of 2023, sir, were you driving I guess you were driving a motor vehicle in the area of Connor and Kercheval in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Were you stopped by the police?
Yes, I was.
Okay. The officer said you disobeyed a lawful order. What is it that you did that the officer was giving you instructions to do that you did not follow?
He asked me to exit the vehicle.
Did you do so? Did you do so?
Not on the first thing, no. Well, the first action, I did not.
All right. I have no idea what that means, sir. How many times did the officer ask you to exit the vehicle?
I think it was 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times. And so that meant on the 4th time you exited the vehicle?
I'll say the 3rd time.
Well, you just, all right. Do we have this officer here? Is this the trial date?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Officer Olison?
Yes.
All right. Let me find you on the screen, sir. Where are you? Speak up, sir, so I can find. I see you. You
I'm
can
here,
turn your camera. All right, Officer Olison, raise your right hand and state your full name. Officer Olison?
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I'm turning my camera on now.
All right, raise your right hand and state your full name.
South Detroit Police Department, badge 4443.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
All right, you may lower your hand. Officer Olison, you wrote this ticket number of P1429465. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and this date was April the 2nd, 2023.
Yes, Judge.
You wrote a second count on this ticket number for disobeying a lawful order of a police officer. What is it, sir, that occurred that the person did not comply with your lawful order?
Mr. Mason exit the vehicle multiple times. Mr. Mason also refused multiple times. It was my supervisor who got there also explained to Mr. Mason that he has to exit the vehicle. And upon completion, he wound up finally exiting the vehicle after about 3-4 times of off order.
So there was a period of time in there. In fact, you had to request a supervisor, and he still had not exited by the time the supervisor got there.
Yes, correct, Your Honor.
Okay, I find that sufficient of a refusal of a lawful order. Very well. All right, Mr. Mason, the people have offered you a 6-month, 9-month, no, what is that? 3-month delayed sentence. I apologize. 3-month delayed sentence, sir. And the other documents, other cases or other charges were dismissed. Some of them were because you had valid documentation. So this charge, sir, you have a fine of $225, sir, $225. Can you pay that right away, or do you need time?
I might need time for that.
How much time do you need, sir? Tell me what you actually need and not what you think I'll give you.
I can pay that within that 3 months for the delayed sentence.
All right. Well, I need you to have it paid at least 2 days before that 3-month. That 3-month delayed sentence would be December the 7th. So I need you to pay it at least a couple of days before. So when I look out there in the system, it will have cleared.
Okay, that can be done. I'm sorry.
All right. All right, sir. All right. The other matters are dismissed. We'll see you. You know what, sir? It's a delayed sentence. You do not have to come back on that date unless you choose to. If you on that December the 7th, you do not have to come back, just as long as you've taken care of everything. If you have picked up other tickets, you got to come back. If you have not paid the money, you have to come back. If not, I will look into the system, see that the money is paid and no other tickets have been, you've got no additional tickets, and it would be dismissed. All right.
Okay, so it's on my discretion to come back or not? You say as long as I paid it, correct?
I just said, sir, yes, sir. You do not have to come back unless you want to come out here and hear me say this matter is dismissed.
Okay,
right.
Very well. I can live with that.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Officer Allison, you all set with me, Judge?
Is that the only thing you had, Officer Olson? Yeah. Then yes, sir. We're all set with you. Stay safe out there.
Thank you. You too.
Your Honor, I'm ready on somebody if you need.
Yes. 1 second. I think I had something else with Attorney Hatcher first.
Oh, sorry.
Judge.
Is it also possible for someone to put Miss Sataria Mercery? I'm not able to move her into a breakout room. I saw her and then I didn't see her. I see her. Is it?
Miss Mercery, if you tap your screen, you'll see something that says more. And then you should be able to go back into breakout room number 3.
You said go where?
If you tap on your screen, you'll see that it says more, and it'll say breakout room, and then you should be able to go back to breakout room number 3.
Thank you.
She's in there.
Yep,
No
thanks.
problem.
Attorney Hatcher,
Yes.
you had something else to call?
Yes. The Jessica case.
Yes, I do have it. Okay, I don't see an offer in the file though. It's dismissal. All right, this is
It's up to the city attorney because we do have a witness here. I'm sorry.
Okay. This is ticket number V130. Well, I'm sorry. Jessica, is that Mew?
It's Mukes.
Mukes. All right. I apologize for mispronouncing your name. All right, ma'am. State your full name, please. Raise your right hand and state your full name, please.
Jessica Mukes.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
All right. You may lower your hand, ma'am. All right, Ms. Mukes, do you have ticket number V130829, the People versus Jessica, Jessica, Mukes, Meaux. Ms. Mukes, on this ticket, you're charged with fail to prevent animal from engaging in nuisance, menacing, or dangerous behavior. You also have V130826, harboring an unlicensed dog. You have ticket V130827, failed to vaccinate dog for rabies. And lastly, you have V130828, failed to provide a leash or a responsible person to have control of a dog off property. It's my understanding, ma'am, that the prosecutor for the city of Detroit or Assistant Corporation Counsel has indicated that these matters were being dismissed. I don't have a reason on here.
Judge, no.
No. Okay, I'm mistaken. Yes, counsel.
The officer's not here, but the witness is here.
Okay.
Yes, Judge. So I have a motion to adjourn.
Okay, you have a motion to adjourn. All right, let me hear it.
Based on this matter, the victim is here. This is a dog bite case. It's a serious matter. The officer is not checked in. I've emailed the officer and sent a text message to the officer. I have not received any word from the officer, but due to the civilian witness being here and the nature of this case, we're asking for a brief adjournment on this matter. So I'm able to get in contact with the officer and have the officer here on trial date, which the officer is a necessary party to this matter. And I'm asking for a brief adjournment convenient for a defense.
All right. All right, Ms. Mew.
Yes, sir.
I understand this is a dog bite case and the complaining witness, the person who was bitten, is here and present. The officers are not present, but the individual who was at this point allegedly bitten by the dog has a right to be heard, and the officers are required to be here. If this was only an officer case and the officers weren't here, the matter would be dismissed, but the complaining witness is here in this matter, and they have a right to have their date in court. I will make sure that these officers are present, and even if I have to call their command and have their supervisors make sure they're here, they will be here on the next date that I'm going to give, but the witness who is here has a right to have her day in court as you do as well. So now, all right, I have to make sure that there's sufficient time for these officers to be notified, or this officer to be notified. I don't know how many officers responded, but I definitely will have to have somebody here. Madam Clerk, if I don't want to go out as far as the next trial, what other date could I use? Ms. Rogers, how much time do you think you need to make sure that, you talk to their command and make sure the officers are present?
As soon as it's probably October 5th to properly subpoena them if they're going to come from the court.
Okay.
October 5th would be a fine date, I believe.
Okay.
If I could ask to just make sure Ms. Thoreau will be available that day.
Okay, your complainant's name is what?
Oh, Junior. I just asked it on mute. There you go.
Good morning, Ms. Thoreau. I'm Sydney Rogers, one of the city attorneys. I spoke to you on the phone. The trial will not be going today because the animal control officer is not here. So we're adjourning this out. Would you be available on October 5th?
Yes.
Thank you. And I believe we'll probably do 10 a.m. again, if that works for the court and defense.
Okay.
I'm
Very
sorry.
well.
I have a question.
Who's speaking? Oh, yes, Miss Mute. Okay,
Jessica
go
Mutes,
ahead.
yes.
Yes.
I'm not understanding what's going on here. I had spoke to the attorney and I'm not disputing anything about this. I get that the Miss Thrower, I have yet just found her name out today.
Oh, hold on,
Get
hold on, ma'am, hold on. I don't want you to ask this question to me because I don't want you to say something that could hurt you later in a trial. That's why we have you talk to the attorney in a private room. So you don't talk about what happened on a particular day in front of the judge. So if I'm here listening to your trial, I don't want to have you have said something and then something else said later. So Attorney Hatcher, you were speaking with Ms. Mute.
Judge, I can put her back in a breakout room. An offer was submitted, and if she wants to plead to that today, she can, but so I can discuss that with her really quick.
All right.
So, ma'am, just tap the screen to go back into the breakout room.
I'm sorry, how do I do that?
If you tap on your screen and it should say something about more, it should open up another drop down menu that'll show your breakout room that you were in, which should have been room 14.
Okay. There it is. Okay.
It's cut off. It cut off. It cut off. Oh, shoot.
Ms. Thrower, you're good. Just leave your device muted. We're still here. We're gonna let you know whether we're gonna do a new date or if she's gonna take a plea, okay? Just hold tight.
Oh, okay.
Sydney says she'll be right back. Attorney Hill and Attorney Donaldson, she had to run to Williams courtroom real quick, but then she'll be back so that we can handle your two cases.
And I'm ready on a few.
All right, what do you have?
I am ready. We can do, Satari is ready. Satari Mercery is ready again.
That in hand. What else?
We've also got, Danielle Mino is ready.
All right, I have that.
And Ibram Mehdi.
We did, Maddie. He was a dismissal.
He was a dismissal. Is he done?
Yeah,
Yes.
I already sent him on his way.
Okay, good.
Well, just
Okay, so we're ready on those two.
All right. All right, Sataria Mercery.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I need you to raise your, hold on one second.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Mercery, state your full, raise your right hand, state your full name, ma'am.
Sataria Mercery.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
You may lower your hand. Ms. Mercery, you have ticket number P1467217, the People versus Sataria, Sataria. Last name is Mercery, Mercery. On this ticket, ma'am, you have one count, and that's supply false information to a police officer. You also have P1069688, remaining in the park after closing hours. The people have indicated, ma'am, if you pled to the supply false information to a police officer, they would give you a 6-month delayed sentence. That means you'll pay a fine 6 months from today's date. If you've not picked up any other cases, and the fine is paid, this matter would be dismissed. It will not be on your record. The other charge remaining in the park after closing hours would be dismissed as well. Do you understand what the charge and what the offer is, Ms. Mercery?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to take these to trial, or do you want to set this for, do you want to take it for trial, or do you want to take advantage of the offer today?
With the two
The two is different, correct?
I'm sorry, there are what different? It's two different separate charges, ma'am. It's two
Okay,
separate charges.
The one in the park, I am guilty of that.
All right, ma'am. So you're saying all right.
Because those are two different tickets, 2 different years, 2 different days.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. One ticket, the one in the park was from 2020. The other one is from 2023. When we call your case in court, we pull all of your tickets.
Yes.
So the people have made an offer that they would dismiss the in the park ticket if you pled to the supplying false information, and they will give you a 6-month delayed sentence on that, meaning 6 months from today's date, or whatever day you take the plea, that matter would be dismissed if you paid your fine and didn't pick up any other tickets. It would not be on your record. That's the offer.
Okay. I plead guilty.
All right, ma'am. I did swear you, ma'am. You understand that you can only plead guilty if you are guilty. So it's not a matter of I will just plead guilty. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
And I can't accept a plea from an innocent person. That would not be a court of justice, it would be a court of convenience. So my question to you, are you pleading guilty today because you are in fact guilty?
This is so difficult for me.
What's that, ma'am?
I'll plead guilty.
Ma'am, you don't have to plead guilty. You don't have to plead anything. We're ready. Today is a trial date. We're already, the witnesses are here, so you could go to trial. People just made you an offer to give you something lesser, but certainly if you're not guilty and you want to go to trial, we're all set to do that.
Okay. Well, we can go to trial.
I don't believe that today is scheduled for a trial on these matters. I believe that today is scheduled for a pre-trial. Sorry, I just wrote that in there because she had explained to me that she was requesting a bench trial.
That's fine. We will give her a trial date.
Okay.
All right, Miss Mercery, we're going to give you a trial date. You've indicated you spoke with counsel, and counsel explained to you the difference between a bench trial or a judge trial and a jury trial. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Your decision to decide, because it's your choice to make, ma'am. You understand that you have a right to have a bench trial or a jury trial, and you've decided to have a bench trial. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, we're going to give you a trial date of November the 14th, at 9 a.m. On that date, you will come out on Zoom. It's going to be on Zoom. You'll come out on Zoom, and if the officers are here, we'll have your trial that day. If, in fact, the officers don't appear, we won't have the trial that day, and that it will be dismissed because they will have a subpoena to be here. You will. Okay, ma'am. So.
I'm not sure if she ended up actually, Miss Mercery, you were wavering between entering a plea and asking for a bench trial. Is setting it?
I want the bench trial.
You want the bench trial? Okay, fine. Yeah. So then there's no wavering. So we are setting it for a bench trial. So you've heard the court. Fine.
November the 14th, ma'am, at 9 a.m. You come out here at 9 a.m. and we will have your trial on that date. If, in fact, you have any witnesses that you want to testify on your behalf, they are res gestae witnesses, meaning these are witnesses that were there, not just people that's going to come out here and say, oh, she wouldn't have done that. You would have to have some type of personal knowledge of what happened on that particular day. Okay. If you have witnesses, they can come out here on that date. You give them the same information, assume information to come in, and we'll have your trial on that date. They cannot be in the same location as you. You cannot be in a place where you can listen or hear each other testify. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. We'll see you on that date, ma'am, November 14th at 9 a.m. Good luck to you. Stay safe.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hang up.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. You're free to go. You're all set.
Okay. We're also ready on Danielle Mino.
Okay. 1 second before we do her, Judge, can we do counsel's case?
Which one?
Attorney Bonzi.
Yeah, okay.
Please.
Yes.
And then Mr. Mosby, I still haven't received the email. You need to unmute.
I went on my I checked everywhere and I still couldn't find how to send it to you.
Okay.
So can I write it down and do it like that?
No, I mean, I got the proof of the community service, the community service court.
He wants the proof. Yeah, he wants the proof of the other thing.
And yeah, impact program.
Yeah. And I
If they
completed it, but I got the receipt inside my in my phone because he texted to me.
Okay.
So, and I'm trying to text it to the court.
You should be able to send it as an attachment to the chat. So where you see the chat messages at, you should see a little box that looks like a plus sign, and you should be able to add something to it, or say file, and just send it as if you were sending a picture to somebody.
Yeah, because I can't find it. You say you texted to me. Yeah, you say you texted to my phone, and
I text what to your phone? I text it.
She didn't say that, sir.
Oh, see, I got kind of confused because I'm not really good with phones.
Oh, okay. So what I need you to do is that if you have the proof that you took the MAD class, whether it's in an email or a text message or something like that, I need you to support us.
Okay, so text it to us.
Yeah, you see the chat message? Send it as a chat. You should be able to attach it as a file. It'll say file and then it'll say picture or something like that. You should be able to send it that way.
Okay. And just send it to 36. Just send it to 36 district. Okay, I got you.
Mr. Mosley, you gonna be here all day until you figure this out.
I know, but
Mr.
I'm about to get it. I already know how to do it now.
Mr. Mosley, you have a daughter, a grandchild, or someone, you know what, tech support our children, okay? Do you have somebody, you have someone that you can go to and say, hey, how do I send this information to this address, okay?
Yes,
you got
I
that?
do.
All right. Yes, so you go to your child or your granddaughter or whoever it might be that are on their phones all day who know how to do everything. So do you see that address that was sent to you, courtroom 331 at 36districtcourt.org?
Yes.
Take a picture of that or write it down so you can give it to whoever is going to assist you so they can send that information that we need to that address.
Okay. And it's courtroom 331. Okay, I got you.
You got all that. So we're going to have you come back on another date where you have sent that to us, like in the next day or two or whatever. What date do you want?
So just come back Monday at 8:30, Mr. Mosley, and
all righty.
And Tuesday by then you can be the first person out of here. But as long as you know.
No, it'll be there. Everything will be there.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good one. Okay, Attorney Bonzi, I thought we were ready on your case, but I think there's some, she's coming out now. So
yeah, good morning.
Yeah. What the city attorney wanted, what the officer said. So.
Yeah. We spoke to Officer Turner, and we had an agreement that the city case will be amended to impeding traffic, and then the second charge, the state charge, will be for failure to report, which is a civil infraction as well.
It's amended from the fail to immediately disclose to fail to disclose.
Disclose, yeah. Which are both civil infractions, and I do have authority to take a plea on those matters.
City Attorney Rogers, are you okay with that? The emails that I got, I'm not sure before I get to the judge.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Good morning, Cindy Rogers for the People, P82072. After looking at the emails from both the APA and Defense Counsel about what Officer Turner did, I will be changing the city offer based on a plea to the state. So the city offer will be an impeding.
Okay.
Thank you, Attorney Rogers.
Thank you, Attorney.
I wrote the notes on there because I didn't have time to update the things, so I just wrote it.
All right. Is this Manaki or Manaki?
Manaki.
Manaki. All right.
Yep. All right.
All right. Mr. Ahmed Manaki.
He's not here, Your Honor. I'm here with authority. Yeah.
It indicates a civil infraction and you have the authority to proceed on his behalf. And that is allowed for civil infraction. All right, this is ticket number P1472003, the People versus Ahmed. AHMAD, I forgot if you said Manaki or Manaki, MANAKKE, charged with 2 counts on this ticket, and both are civil infractions. The first one is following too closely, and I believe the city is amending or reducing that charge to impeding. Is that correct, Madam?
That is correct.
And that is following too closely, which carries how many points? 2 points?
I believe so.
Correct.
And the impeding carries 0 points, which is actually a non-moving violation. Count 2 is a civil infraction. Fail to immediately disclose to officer that he or she is carrying a weapon. Immediately discloses the, and that is being reduced to fail to report. Is that the offer, Madam APA Cole?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, and you've indicated that we were scheduled today for a formal hearing, but you are going to take a plea on the civil infractions on behalf of your client. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. My client will plead responsible for both amended counts.
Very well.
And if we can have 14 days, Your Honor, if you don't mind.
That's exactly what you get, sir, automatically for civil infractions. For a plea basis, sir, for a factual basis, can we use the face of the ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
That on July the 5th of this year, 2023, approximately 3:02 p.m., your client, Mr. Ahmed Manaki, was operating a motor vehicle in the area of Grinnell, Grinnell Avenue in the city of Detroit, and at or near cross street of Irwin, ERWIN. Police officer, first initial is C, last name is Turner, TURNER, badge number 3730 with the city of Detroit. Did stop and cite your client for following a vehicle too closely and failing to disclose to the officer that immediately disclosed that he was in possession of his firearm. That for factual basis sufficient, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court will find as a result of that, the court will find the following too closely charge will be amended and reduced to impeding. The fail to immediately disclose to an officer that he or she was carrying a weapon will be amended to fail to report. The impeding charge, sir, carries a fine of
175.
Yeah, 175, and the fail to report is the one that I don't have in front of me.
I believe it's $100, Your Honor.
It is $100.
$100, very well.
Yeah.
Both of those matters are civil infractions, must be paid within 14 days, counsel.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Your Honor. Have a wonderful day. And I appreciate you, Ms. Cole.
Thank you. Thank you, Attorney Rogers, too.
Yeah. And thank you, Attorney Rogers, of course. Thanks.
Your Honor, we are ready on Wesley Matthews whenever the court can take that case.
Yes, sir. Just 1 second. Let me just finish writing this one up and I'll be right with you.
Thank you.
City Attorney Rogers, what did we decide? Oh, you, okay. Oh. I just saw your response.
Thank you.
I know, Attorney Hill, I got you.
Attorney Hill, we just like having you hang out with us all day, every day.
I
All
like
day,
it.
every day.
But it's much calmer today, Judge.
Okay, so this is the lineup. So we got Jessica case next because we have to get the complaining witness out of here. Then we got Ryan Hill because he has an 11:30 case, and then Attorney Donaldson because he's so nice. He's after Attorney Hill, and then yeah. I appreciate you, Attorney Donaldson.
Attorney Donaldson, I've never heard someone be penalized for being nice, but
thank you, Your Honor.
I'm just the messenger.
But I appreciate you, sir. I really do.
Okay,
so.
thank you.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll reflect in the rulings that you have regarding my client then.
As long as it is just, sir, then yeah.
Thank you.
Crystal, you said that. You said counsel for Jessica Mew.
We're ready, Judge.
All right. Let's see, Jessica Mew, you're back out here. Unmute your microphone, ma'am. I believe I swore you earlier. How are we going to proceed on this, counsel?
Good morning, Judge Amari Hatcher, appearing on behalf of the defendant. Again, Your Honor, she would like to avail herself of the offer to plead to the nuisance and dog at large charges.
So there's 4 counts, and you're saying 2 would be dismissed, and there would be a plea to 2. Is that what you're saying?
That's correct.
Madam? Okay. And that is the fail to prevent animal from engaging in nuisance, in nuisance or menacing or dangerous behavior, and the other one was okay, let's go through the other ones. The other one was harboring an unlicensed dog, fail to vaccinate, and fail to provide a leash or a responsible person. Which other one was the ticket that was going to be a plea, counsel?
Dog at large, Your Honor.
I think that would be the fail to provide a leash or a responsible person. Yes, that's what that would be.
Ending in 823 and ticket ending in 923.
Okay, I think I'm looking at something else. The one that the fail to provide a leash, which would be dog at large, would be the ticket ending in 828, V130828, and the other ticket fail to prevent animal from nuisance behavior. That would be V130829. So
that's correct, Your Honor. On the docket sheet, it's ending in 23. So
okay, yeah, that's just counts. So
yeah.
All right, so all righty, we got it. And Miss Mew.
Yes.
All right, now we have to start over a little bit, ma'am. I need you to raise your right hand again. State your full name.
Jessica Mukes.
Do you swear, Mukes? I apologize. I've been doing it wrong.
Okay.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
All right, ma'am. Ma'am, you've had an opportunity to speak with counsel, and you've had some legal advice going on. You understand that you do have a right to have a trial on these matters. If you went to trial, the people would have to present evidence. The evidence would have to rise to the level of proof beyond a reasonable doubt before a judge or a jury could find you guilty of that. You understand that? Anything less than beyond a reasonable doubt would have to be a not guilty. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But if you plead today and you give up your right, you're pleading to some lesser charges, and 2 other charges would be dismissed. Are you pleading guilty and on these matters, ma'am, because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, sir.
Okay. These all occurred on one day. It appears that on April the 5th, I've struck that, on May 27th, of this year, 2023, did you have a dog that was named Pete?
Yes, sir.
And at that time, ma'am, was that dog at your location on Robeson Street? I don't want to give your address out over the internet.
Yes, sir, he was.
And that is in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And on the date of May 27th, was that dog outside of a contained area, a fenced-in yard, or restrained by some type of chain or something that would keep the dog in a confined area?
No, sir, he ran out the side door.
Okay, so he was outside of any type of contained area.
Correct.
Right. And he was not leased at that time, is that correct?
Correct.
When he got outside the area, you said he ran outside. Did you observe him acting in a fashion that would have been menacing or frightening to some individual in the public, then?
I didn't personally observe it, but my children chased him to try and catch him.
Okay. All right. All right. So you didn't personally, did your children say, let you know that that your dog had presented a threat or frightened someone?
Yes, my daughter did.
Okay. All right. The court will find you guilty on the fail to prevent the animal from engaging in a nuisance or menacing fashion, and failing to provide a leash or responsible person in containing the dog. Your fine, ma'am, will be $225 for each one of these matters. The other two matters, which would have been $225 for each of those two are dismissed, ma'am. So you have a fine of $450. Can you pay that right away, ma'am, or do you need time?
I need time, sir.
How much time do you need, ma'am?
About 2 weeks.
Ma'am, I'll do better than that. I'll give you 30 or 60 days, whichever one you would prefer.
30 days, 30 days. Thank you.
All right. All right. Whatever I give you, ma'am, that doesn't mean that you have to take that long to do it. So if I gave you the longer period of time, that just means that's how much time you have. You can pay it early. You can pay it all in one day. You can stretch it out and pay a little bit at a time, long as the date I give you. You said 30 days is fine, ma'am, October the 9th.
You said I can pay it in installments?
Yeah, but that's why I gave you the longer period of time. So you could, if you needed to, you could pay however much you want, $10 one time, 20 another, however you want, as long as, if I was giving you the 60 days, as long as November the 7th, that would be the 60 days, as long as it's all paid by that day. I don't care what it looks like earlier. Or you could pay it all off in one day, or however you choose to do it. So,
okay, thank you, Your Honor.
So what day am I putting in there? It's going to be paid by, ma'am, the November the 7th or October the 9th?
November the 7th.
Okay. All right, ma'am. You know how and where to pay?
No, sir.
All right, ma'am, you could pay it online if you choose to, 36districtcourt.org on the court website. You could, like I said, you could pay it in increments or put your own payment plan, however you choose to do it. You could pay it at one of the kiosks that's located in and around the city. You may have seen them. They're called DivDat, where people pay their public utility bills. Kind of looks like an ATM machine. You may have seen them in the Myers, or there are many stores all around the city. If you don't know, you could just Google it and you may find one within a block or two of you. They take cash or a card. You can call it in if you choose to and pay over the telephone. Or you can walk into the courthouse and pay on during normal court hours, normal business hours, at a cashier's window.
Okay.
All of those options, there are your options to use as you see fit.
Okay.
All right. What I would suggest, ma'am, is make sure you keep your ticket number. It's a lot easier to pay if you got the ticket number to put on your
I
when you pay.
definitely have those.
Okay. All right, ma'am. You're all set.
Oh,
Then. You can
Judge.
sign off. Yes. Yes.
Judge, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Before the defendant is released, the complaining witness is present in the courtroom. I'm asking that if she can provide a victim impact statement about what happened here and what happened with her dog.
All right. Hold on 1 second.
I'll give my grandson.
I don't understand. I'm pleading guilty. I get that the dog has sentimental value and she wants to rub that in. I don't know what else she wants.
Oh, ma'am, this is nothing else for you to do. All right, Ms. Mule. This is for if the victim just wants to make a statement that says how she was impacted.
Come here.
He has the right to do that.
She stay right on when she talk to me.
Okay, hold on 1 second, ma'am.
Oh, that's all right. You stay where you at.
All right. Ms. Rogers, are you suggesting that she do a written report, or you just want her to make a statement now how she was impacted?
If she feels comfortable, because I did not know a plea was going to be entered, if she feels comfortable addressing the court now orally, since she's here now, I think would be best.
All right.
Ms. Thoreau, if you could please address the court about what happened, how you're affected by this, and what happened with your dog.
Yes, we were very impacted by what happened. My grandson had her on the lot, on the leash, using the bathroom, when I guess her name Jessica dog came and attacked my dog. And he tried to kick her off, and her daughter tried to get the dog, but she couldn't hold the dog. But anyway, my dog died because of that. And
What type of dog did you have, ma'am?
she was a Steifer, some terrier kit.
Okay. And ma'am, where did you get your dog, ma'am?
My son had brought her to us when she was about 4 weeks old because my other dog died of cancer. So my husband was very attached to the dog, and he brought us this puppy, and I had her for 6 years.
Okay. All right, ma'am. How did that impact you financially?
Well, I had to pay the vet, and then I had to pay for her to be cremated.
How much did this cost you, ma'am?
Well, it was $2,100, but the hospital where I took her to, they reimbursed me my money. And
how much money were you? How much money were you out of pocket, ma'am, altogether that you lost?
$150 for cremation.
Okay. All right, Miss Mule, you're gonna have to pay that cremation cost. You understand that, ma'am? You're muted. You turned your mic off.
Yes, sir. I understand. There's no problem.
Okay.
Would that be included in the tickets, or I pay that elsewhere?
No, that's different, ma'am. Ms. Rogers, I'm not sure, we don't normally do this. I need to find a way that she can make sure that money gets to her.
Correct. So if the ROA can reflect that it'll be $150 in restitution for the cremation, and if that can be what's charged first, so whatever is paid by the defendant, if 150 goes to the victim first, and then the rest goes to the court after. Before how I've done this, I've worked with the clerk. Probation might have to hold the check because it's restitution, even though the defendant's not on probation. But I believe if the ROA reflects its restitution, that's how it can be paid.
Gonna do that. All right, Ms. Mute, you obviously I've given you a fine of $225 for each one of these tickets. I'm gonna put the $150 on there also. When that's paid, I'm gonna direct the probation department to forward that to the complaining witness on that case. All right, ma'am?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right. All right. Everyone be safe. This matter is adjourned.
Thank you, Ms. Thoreau, for appearing today.
Okay, thank you.
Judge, you said this matter is adjourned, or?
Well, yes, for the court for the day, she still has some responsibilities to pay, but there's no more, she doesn't have to come back to court.
Okay, ma'am, you can leave.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. And Judge, I'm all done, so have a great day.
All
Hey,
right.
Attorney Hatcher.
Attorney Hatcher, I don't think I can let you go right now, just in case there's some of the
Okay.
issues. You'll have a docket, so.
Your Honor, I'm ready on a few if you want to do, and then I just need to speak briefly to both Ms. Rogers as well as Ms. Cole.
Which one do you want me to call?
We already had an order go, I think.
Your Honor,
You're ready. Sorry?
Oh, hold on. Okay, I need everybody to stop talking now. We got too many people talking. Madam Clerk, you were saying?
We got Attorney Hill and then we got Attorney Downey, so they both got to get out of here. So.
Okay, all right. Which one are we calling right now? Attorney Hill.
I'm ready, Judge.
Ricky Mack.
She is the traffic cop for managing this docket. Ricky Mack. All right. Wait, Mr. Hill, we lost you here.
He's out there.
I'm up, Judge. Sorry, I had to get in the vehicle. I'm not driving. I have somebody driving me, but if I could just proceed with the sentencing this way, I can turn my video on, but
We're good, counsel.
Okay.
You know, I certainly accept your discretion as to how we should proceed on this matter at this time. All right, your client, Mr. Ricky Mack, please raise your right hand, sir, and state your full name. You got the microphone muted, sir. You have to unmute.
Ricky Mack.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth, Mr. Mack?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may lower your head. This is case number SP 137966681, the People versus Ricky, R-I-C-K-I-E, Mack, M-A-C-K. Mr. Mack, you are charged with open alcohol in a motor vehicle as the driver. Let's see. I think that was also the plea. Is that correct, Attorney Hill?
we're here for sentencing, Judge. Is that what you said?
No, yeah, I was saying, was that a plea as charged to the open alcohol in the motor vehicle as a driver?
It was.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. This plea was taken back on May 11th of 2023. In fact, I wasn't even here at that time. This was taken by Judge Lydia Nance Adams, disposed of a plea. And let's see what type of counsel, was there any particular orders with regard to probation that was done on this matter?
No, Judge. The reason why the court issued or asked for a PSI was that Ms. Rogers was asking for jail time. That's the only reason why it was.
Yes, that is correct, and I can address the court why I'm making the recommendation for 30 days in Wayne County Jail, and that is based on the defendant's criminal history. First, he pled as charged to an open intox. The incident date of that was August 10th, 2022. Part of that plea originally was that he was going to go to specialty court. He denied that, did not want to go to specialty court, so came back in front of this court. I'm asking for 30 days in Wayne County Jail based on his criminal history. He had a open intox in 2018. In January of 2020, had another open intox. In June of 2020, had an open intox and an implied consent refusal. And then that brings us to present day. The case that he pled as charged in front of this court, the incident date is August 10th of 2022. Based on this, Mr. Mack has shown that he has a severe history with alcohol in cars, which is a very big public safety concern. And as part of my job as a prosecutor is to help protect the public. And Mr. Mack has showed that he is a danger to the public, and he also doesn't want help. That is why I'm asking for the 30 days in jail. Typically, I would not ask for something like that on an open intox, but this is not a typical situation based on what the plea negotiations were and his criminal history. That is why I'm asking for jail time on this matter.
All right. Counsel?
Deferred. Judge, Ms. Rogers, I have a question. All those criminal contacts, were they convictions? I thought a lot of those were dismissed.
I'm
No?
looking at his SOS. So I'm seeing the entries on the SOS.
Okay. Judge, I'm not going to belabor this. I've already made this argument before. I've never seen somebody placed in jail in 18 years for an open intox. However, I understand the city's position. I would just ask the court to follow the recommendation from the probation department that has the ability to assess my client, to dig deep. I think somewhere they indicated he was a low risk for criminal behavior going forward. There's negative as it relates to substance abuse disorder. They did say he was decisive in some of his answers, and that's simply because he doesn't want to leave his kids. He doesn't want to be in jail for 30 days where he can't take care of his children. But what I would ask is this, Judge, follow the recommendation for the 12 months probation, hold 30 days in abeyance. If he messes up, he knows he's going to walk himself into the jail. I just think the probation department's in a better position to make an assessment of this defendant than the city attorney who's trying to protect the streets. That's my position, Judge.
Okay. All right. So here's my concern, counsel. You see, when you have this many chances, and you have these alcohol-related offenses that you say if he messes up or he does something again, the problem is when that next time, if it kills someone, you know, he obviously has a total disregard for the law with respect to being in a motor vehicle, driving a motor vehicle, and drinking. I don't know anything that's more than I have personally, as a judge, been involved in cases where children were killed. I've had one where a drunk driver went through a stop sign, hit a motor vehicle, a van, where a child ejected, another child inside the vehicle were killed. That is the most heart-wrenching, devastating thing I've ever had to be a part of, and it's happened more than once. So when you're drinking and driving multiple times and you say, I just can do it, you know, and people have their own assessment of their abilities, like I'm drunk, I can handle it, I can do this. And someone else pays for it when they don't. And I, as a judge, have to look back at it one day and say, you know what? He gave me all of the indicators, all the warning signs that one day it was going to be him. I have to live with myself. Now, is that a selfish way of looking at it? Yeah, it is. But if I woke up one day and I came to court and I looked up and I saw Ricky Lavelle Mack charged with drunk driving, homicide, vehicular homicide, and I'm going to say, could I have done anything to prevent that? Is somebody dead because I said, well, let me give him one more chance? I can live with that, counsel. You know, I mean, there are certain things that people do every day that only present a risk to themselves. And if somebody wants to kill themselves, you know what? There's nothing I can do about that. But when you are on a road, a public street, a city, and you're doing that, and it's come up before, and whatever counseling, whatever has happened in the past, it didn't work, or he ignored it, or he just didn't care, because you know, I got skills. I can drive. I can drink. I can do what I want. How many alcohol-related prior offenses was there, Madam?
Judge, can I just interject? Maybe the court's confused. Ms. Rogers, he has no prior drunk driving convictions, right? Just having open intox in a motor vehicle.
That is correct. He has 3 prior open intoxes, not including the one that he's being sentenced for. But I do not see any operating while intoxicated on his record.
Okay.
And Judge, all I'm going to say to that is I've had. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. I didn't mean to cut you off, sir.
It's okay. I mean, that can be as simple as having a bottle of Grey Goose in the back seat. I mean, the court knows that. We don't know the facts surrounding that. That's why I thought the assessment from the probation office was smart, right? He's under the court supervision, and he's going to be doing outpatient. He's going to be dealing with everything that he's supposed to be dealing with as if it was a drunk driving probation. I think it's excessive, but it's better than jail. And I think that the court would have better control over Mr. Mack than putting him in jail for 30 days and discharging him. What's that going to do? So, I mean, there's no drunk driving.
All right. But he's drinking or he has alcohol and access to alcohol in motor vehicle. And the problem is once it happens once or twice, you're supposed to learn like, hey, I cannot have open intoxicants in a motor vehicle. I cannot have it. And you continue to do it. So let's see what do we have here. Counsel, I'm not sure what this is. I'm looking at the pre-sentence report, and it does say defendant is in denial of a developing issue of alcohol. The defendant has a prior alcohol-related case in 36th District Court that he pled guilty to in 2021. So I don't know what that is, but there is a conviction for some type of alcohol-related offense out there.
Yep, open and talks, Judge.
Judge, I believe it's open in talks.
Oh, yeah, counsel just gave us that, so. So did your client, the recommendations from the probation department with regard to the victim impact panel, the alcohol safety and education level classes and all of those things, these are just the recommendations for this case. He has never done any of those things, counsel? Is that the case?
Yeah, he's never had a drunk driving before, Judge. I mean, essentially it's a drunk driving probation, which my client would rather do that obviously than be placed in jail for 30 days.
Yeah, all right. I can see that. But how many open and intoxicant cases has he had, counsel?
Ms. Rogers is at 3.
So he has 4 in total, including the one that we're sentencing for today. He has 3 priors.
So it sounds like your client, even though he's had these probations and he's had these, he understands why, he just continues to do what he wants to do, counsel. Is that, I don't understand that. I mean,
listen, Judge, I don't know I don't know the facts surrounding the priors, but I mean, like I said, I've seen open intox being written up just as having empty bottles in the back seat. I don't know the facts of those other cases, and I don't think Ms. Rogers does. I mean, I know what the court's insinuating. The court's insinuating that he's driving around with alcohol and he's drinking it, but I don't think that we can just assume that because he has a half a bottle of something in the back seat that he hasn't done it before.
No, counsel, I'm not insinuating anything because I don't know. All I'm saying is these charges would suggest that there's open alcohol in the motor vehicle and he has access to it. Not necessarily that he is drinking it, but the way the law is structured is there is not supposed to be, he's not supposed to have access to it. That way he can't drink it. So it's a precondition of. Hold on one second. Now have your client's history, traffic history, and charges. He has 5. 5. Open alcohol in the motor vehicle, case number ending in 931, open alcohol in the motor vehicle, driver in the case number ending in 721, open alcohol motor vehicle in case ending in 681, open alcohol motor vehicle driver ending in 691, open alcohol motor vehicle uh, uh, passenger. I don't know if that was a plea deal. It looks like it. And I don't know if he was driving or not, but there's that charge on that as well. So there's 5 priors, sir. So let me double check and make sure that one of these 5 priors is not the case that's before
Very
me.
last one is the one that's.
The last
No,
one, the
it's not
incident
it.
date is 8/10/2022. That's the case at hand.
Let's see. Wait a minute. Okay, let me double check something. Okay. Yep. So there's 4 priors and then the case before us now.
Judge, what are the, I only have 3 priors. What are I have a 2018 and then 2 in 2022. Or I'm sorry, 2020.
I have case numbers, so I can give them to you.
Okay.
I got a printout, but if you want the case number, SP 105719131, SP 1309571. We have the case before us. Then we had 2 others. Ticket number 184057691 and 207117192. So
thank you, Judge.
So that's so that means altogether it's 5 and 4 priors. That's knowingly being ticketed and maybe even arrested for priors and still continue to do it. So I don't know if this is just, I got a problem, or I just don't have to do what anybody tells me to do. Either way, 5 is too many times with alcohol in the motor vehicle.
Judge, I agree. I do. I agree with you. I just, if there was 5 prior drunk drivings, I would say that I understand why Miss Rogers is seeking jail, but I think that the probation department's recommendation is spot on. It's essentially a drunk driving probation that's going to allow the court to monitor him. I don't see what 30 days does. I don't. I mean, you're not going to be able to monitor him at all. He's going to get out, and I mean, that's my opinion, but I mean, you're the judge.
But well, the thing is, counsel, there's things that are done in the criminal justice system that are purely to prevent future hate behavior, and there's a punitive aspect that goes with it as well. The punitive aspect is to do something to make you so unwilling to do it again because you don't want to suffer the consequences. That is what I look at in a situation like this when I think about for my own personal reasons, because I do have to live with myself. And if he does go out and does drink, and I feel like I was easy or lax in what I did and he killed someone, I'm going to have dreams, nightmares, and a conscience that's like, it's sometimes kind of hard to describe why we have to do some of the things that we do. It's not for a personal reason. It's just that if, like I said, I still have visions of that case that I did where those children were killed, and I had photographs and I had things of that nature, and I still see them. And I wonder how many times that person had been before a court before, and because it's a while back now, and how many times things were done, and how many times someone said, oh, well, just don't do it again. And then the person causes children to live their life, multiple children, and some of the guilt that was probably involved with some of the family members, because I believe a grandmother was driving the vehicle and a child was not in a seatbelt. Don't know that that would have saved them, but certainly you can believe that that contributed, may have contributed. But if you are in a situation and you think there's possibly something that you can do that would deter someone from doing something in the future that might negatively impact on someone else's life, did I do something or not do something that might have prevented it? Because nothing is given. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I can't say what's going to happen in the future. But if I looked up one day and I saw Mr. Mack out here on the news and he had killed someone because he was in a motor vehicle drinking and or driving and or intoxicated or even impaired, I would think, could I have done something that made an impact on his life that would cause him to not want to do that again? Because he doesn't seem to care. He doesn't seem to care. He seems to want to do anything he wants to do when he wants to do it. He gets stopped, he gets tickets, he pay a fine, he gets away and he walks away and he continues to do the same behavior. To have him in court for 5 times. I mean, may I talk to your client, counsel?
Sure, Judge.
Okay. I mean, you know, I certainly can't talk to your client without your permission to do so.
No, Judge, please.
Yeah. Mr. Mack.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me why I shouldn't lock you up, sir. This is your chance on stage, sir, to say what it is or why I shouldn't lock you up. Because I'm afraid that you're going to kill somebody, and might be even yourself.
Your Honor, I know my record looked bad, but that's
no, it doesn't look bad, sir. It is bad. It doesn't look bad. That's a reality. It is bad.
Well,
so tell me why. Tell me why.
That's not me, Your Honor. That's really not me.
Somebody was driving it. Somebody else was driving the car. Somebody else had the alcohol in there. You said it's not me. You say that you mean that's not your nature. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I'm saying that's not. It's not what it looked like. That's not me. And I have kids myself. I don't want to harm nobody's kids or harm my kids. I don't want nothing to happen. And I understand what y'all saying to me, and I'm trying to do right. I swear that's not me. You're not gonna have another problem out of me. I can't even explain. Like,
well, Mr. Mack, when you had an earlier alcohol in motor vehicle and some judge told you you can't do that, you got a fine. Then you had another one and some judge told you you can't do that and you got a fine. And then you got another one. Some judge said you can't do this. You did it anyway. And then, I mean, 4 times prior to this last one. So what did you hear when the judge says you cannot do this and you got a fine? That's what I don't understand. You say that's not you, but you got 5 instances where it says it is you.
Like I said, you know, I know what my record is bad, but I've been coming to court. I'm trying to do the right thing. It's very important for me to have my license so I can further. And I don't want to go to jail. I want to be here for my kids. But
Mr. Mack, this is something that you have total control of. See, you saying that now, you asking me for something which you have total control of. All you had to do is not have alcohol in your motor vehicle, sir. You have control of that. No one else. So I don't understand when you say I'm trying to do better. What type of trying does it take to just not do something? See, there's things that are put in a negative way where like all I have to do is not do something. That means you don't have to do anything. So, I mean, there's nothing to do. You look at it in the negative, it's like you just don't put alcohol in your motor vehicle. So it's not doing anything, it's just not doing something. So that's the effort in not doing something. So I don't understand that.
I understand, Your Honor.
Because you see, alcohol can't just walk and get in your car. It's like, oh, how did that get there? So that means you had to put it there, which is the process or the thought process I don't understand. When you take that alcohol, like if it's capped, if it's a can or if it's a bottle and it's never been opened, it could be in your vehicle. I don't understand how you had to put something in there. Is it a thing where, well, I don't want to waste my money. I opened it and I don't want to waste it because I paid whatever amount that I had to pay. So let me just put it in my car so I can have it for later. I don't understand that. So why did it have to be open? That's a minimum effort, sir.
Yeah, I mean, you like you said, Your Honor, you right. I understand, you right. But I guess it was I really don't even have an excuse. I don't want to sit here and make it seem like I'm making up an excuse or anything, but that's
No, that
not
would
me.
be that would be difficult, sir, because my problem is this is the fifth time, five, not one, oh, I'm never gonna do that again, not two, oh, well, I did it twice, I'm not gonna do it again, not three. Well, hey, three's a charm, but hey, I keep, and the problem is if 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 you've been caught five times, how many times have you done it? Because I don't believe anybody gets caught every time they do something. So that means if you got caught five times, maybe what you have hundreds of times, because no way you could tell me every time you had alcohol in your car that you got caught. That just ain't possible. And I say ain't, which I know is not grammatically correct, but I think ain't is more powerful than saying, well, that just didn't happen. No, ain't, it didn't, it ain't gonna happen again, sir. Ain't is powerful to me. Not grammatically correct, but says it more harder and stronger than will not.
It's never gonna happen again, Your Honor. And like I said, it's not me.
Did you say that before any other judges? It's never gonna happen again?
No, I ain't never said that, sir. Like it's not even what it. I've just made poor decisions. I get it. I understand.
And you know what my job is, sir? Literally, what my job is to help you not make poor decisions again. So, in other words, what you're relying on is me just saying, okay, I believe you when you say you're not going to do it again. I don't, because 5 times is just too many for you to have a good enough record that I would say, I believe them. I'm never going to say that now. Not with 5 times coming to court. And how much did you pay? How much did you spend on fines on all of these, sir? If I go back and tell you, I could tell you it's like, let's see. Okay, there was one that was $324. There was another one that, this one was closed. I don't know what the money was on this one. A couple of these were closed. Another one was $240. And like the one before us today, it wouldn't even tell you because we haven't even got to the point of the fine. So this is conundrum, sir, for me. I just don't know. You have an excellent attorney who fights for you and fights for all his clients in a way that is always compelling. But then I always have that little voice behind me saying, but what if he kills somebody next time? And then I'm like, even though your attorney fights for you like nobody else does. I mean, you know what, you couldn't have a better attorney, sir, who fights for his clients. And really is the only reason that I'm even talking to you this long. Okay. But
I guess so.
Mr. Muhammad, keep your microphone muted. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, counsel. I'm going to give him 60. I'm going to give him 60 days in jail that I'm holding in abeyance, and I'm going to hold it out there for 2 years. If he has any type of alcohol-related offense, he is already sentenced to 60 days. That's going to go into effect if he is around alcohol in any form or fashion.
I understand.
Thank you, Judge. And I also had a question on it. Well, I guess he hasn't been formally sentenced to probation yet, but would that include, if he is sentenced to probation, the terms that they have recommended if he violates any of those?
No, that's it. He's going to have all the terms that are in the pre-sentence report, and if there's a violation of any one of them, sir, I'm going to give you a 60-day sentence today that's going to be held in abeyance. As long as you do everything that you're supposed to do in this pre-sentence report, then you're good. If you do not abide by any of them, then you're going to jail for 60 days, not 30 days, 60 days.
Mr. Mack, do you understand that the judge is actually going to follow the pre-sentence investigation report? However, if you violate, he's giving you 60 days in jail. If you violate, he's holding that in abeyance, which means if you violate, you're going to turn yourself in and you're going to end up doing the 60 days.
And that's automatic. You don't have to come to court and have some judge say, I'm giving you 60 days. You're getting 60 days today that I'm just going to hold in abeyance. All right. That abeyance, it's going to be held in abeyance for 2 years, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Mack, I have to contact the appropriate department, get that all set up. Okay, you and I will talk. I'll give you the number. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Judge.
Attorney Ryan, it's always good to see you, sir.
Always a pleasure. Thank you. Bye, Sydney.
Bye. Have a good one. Or Judge, is there going to be a review date on this matter? They all just logged off, but.
Yeah.
I'll put one out there and I'll email everybody. Attorney Grant, can you go in there and talk to Mr. Muhammad because he keeps leaving back out? That's the problem.
I will. I just need to speak to Ms. Rogers regarding it, please.
Yep, I have to be on the record for this next one too. Counsel, I can't get a hold of the officer. He checked in, but I can't get a hold of him now.
Okay, so I think that we know what that means. Yes.
I'll probably ask for an adjournment, but
he was counsel. He was in another courtroom. He may not be able to respond to us.
Oh, so that might be an adjournment. So maybe we can call him. Okay. All right. Let me tell him. Okay.
Attorney Donaldson, did you see my chat I sent you?
Hold on. Yeah, I did. Thank you.
What did we call this case, or what are we doing?
No, Attorney Donaldson case is Matthews.
I know that's what I said.
Yeah, the one on top.
Oh, that's what I said. What is there an offer or anything?
Judge, he's entering a plea. I don't have it written up. It will be an OWVI.
Okay. All right, Mr. Counsel Donaldson, is your client with you, or is he? Oh, I see he's out here separately. All right.
Your Honor, have you called the case yet?
Yeah, I'm going to call it right now. Mr. Matthews.
Yes, you.
Do you have your mic rubbing up against something, or is a window or some wind blowing in? But I'm hearing a lot of rustling noise. So.
Yeah, against the window. I apologize for that.
Okay. All right. Mr. Matthews, state your full name. Raise your right hand and state your full name, please.
Wesley Johnson Matthews.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth?
I do.
You may lower your hand. Mr. Matthews, you have ticket number Z8088951. The People versus Wesley. WESLEY Matthews. MATHEWS. Mr. Matthews, we're still getting the noise from your window or whatever. So it sounds like something's rubbing up against your mic. So I'm not sure what it is, but
I apologize for that.
All right, Mr. Matthews, we're still getting it, but we're going to work through this. Go ahead and speak, sir, because sometimes when people go to their headphones or their earbuds, sometimes we lose everything. Can you say something now, sir?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. That's fine. Sir, you are charged with one count of operating with blood alcohol content of 0.17 or more. Just for frame of reference, sir, 0.06 is legally drunk in the state of Michigan. And this is 0.17, so you're obviously well over at least twice the legal limit for being drunk. Today is the date and time for, what are we here today for, Madam Clerk?
It's pre-trial.
For a pre-trial. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Sydney Rogers for the People, P82072.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Attorney Russ Donaldson, P number 53660, appear on behalf of Mr. Matthews. Your Honor, we have worked out a resolution that we'd ask this court to adopt. It's specifically that my client would be pleading guilty to the added count of operating while visibly impaired. There is a sentence agreement that would allow Mr. Matthews to continue on with the 25th District Court Sobriety Court. We would be asking the court to adopt that, and specifically that this court would sentence him to that, allow the transfer over or the monitoring or the oversight with the 25th District Court, and that there would be a review period dates assigned by this court about a year out. There'd be no upfront jail. With those understandings, Your Honor, my client would be tendering the plea of guilty to that. And the court should have, I sent over today a signed advice of rights form. By way of background information, we actually had an evidentiary hearing where testimony was taken. The court ruled not favorably to my client, but my client understands he could have appealed that, he could have gone to trial. So he understands all of those rights. And he's going to waive those rights and be tendering that plea here today, Your Honor. I believe that sums up what the agreement was with the city attorney.
All right, with the city attorney in River Rouge, or with the city.
The court there in it's actually Lincoln Park, Your Honor. The court at River Rouge might be covered by that. Actually it is. I'm sorry. River Rouge is covered by the Lincoln Park Court, the 25th District Court. They are aware of this case, Your Honor. The court should actually have a letter from the judge that's in charge of the sobriety court there, Judge Clifton.
Judge Clifton.
Yes, and he indicated that he would, and I talked to the probation. I believe the city attorney also spoke with probation, so they are ready, willing, and able to move forward. The only thing is, I think that we got to waive. There was some kind of fee. I can't remember, Madam Prosecutor.
Yes, that is correct. Everything defense is saying is completely correct. I spoke to 25th District Court Specialty Court Program. They were very responsive, and they said that Mr. Matthews is doing very well, and it would be no problem to transfer the 36 program there, so he isn't double doing conditions, because originally my plea was to have him go to specialty court, but at 36th District Court, it makes more sense for him to do everything together, and as 25th will take him to do all of these together. 25th District Court also said that they would keep my office and 36th District Court aware of Mr. Matthews has any issues or is in violation. And 25th suggested that 36 waive probation oversight fees, since 36 will not be citing him on probation here. And that is why I'm making the offer I am, which is a reduction to an OWVI, because this case is very unusual, but he's already into a specialty court and doing very well.
Okay, I guess I have a question about doing very well in specialty court in the 25th District Court. Is that, was he in that program when this case came about?
No, Your Honor. This offense occurred February 7th. He actually voluntarily went into the sobriety court on May 31st. And he was actually sentenced on the case in that court on June 28th. I represented him on that, Your Honor.
Okay, so their case, the offense date was probably very close to this offense date, but he went into that program first.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, this court certainly has no objection to a sobriety court in one location, as opposed to doing multiple things, which might even conflict with each other in two different courts, doing a sobriety court and double dealing, which might not necessarily have the desired effect, just because it could be kind of strenuous and onerous in trying to do the same thing or in two different courtrooms, and not necessarily having the effect that we would want it to be if you can concentrate on one program in one courtroom. I think that's a excellent approach that the courts tend to agree upon, and generally will work with each other. If somebody's going to get the same type of treatment in multiple locations, it might be overwhelming and taxing and might have a somewhat detrimental effect. So So I certainly have no problem to transferring this case. We will take a plea here and then transfer the probation to the 25th District Court. What I'm not exactly sure about is what happens if there's a violation. So the courts automatically take jurisdiction of their own cases back, since if he's violated and kicked out of sobriety court, then I'm sure we will just get our case back as a result of not completing that program. So.
Yes, that is my understanding of it. And I told defense off the record, but for the record, my offer of the amendment to an OWVI is based on successful completion of the specialty court or the sobriety court.
And that was relayed to me, Your Honor. The suggestion is that even though the case is being monitored by the 25th District Court, to maybe have a review date in a year. And then obviously I could keep the court advised that with the review date. It was my understanding that if my client did not complete or was not close to completing sobriety court by the review date, then that the case would be revisited by Your Honor.
Yeah, well, because we would be not giving up jurisdiction. We would just allow the treatment program to happen in another location, and we'll retain jurisdiction. So if there's a violation of some type, then we still have the authority to do what is necessary. So to try to or to sentence, if that's what comes down to, if it's just a violation and the treatment program is no longer a viable option, then we will just retain right for sentencing. So, all right. So, all right.
Your Honor, would the court like me, if the court is satisfied with that, then I could voir dire my client as the factual basis if the court would be so inclined.
Well, we can do that, but first I want you to, or I can do it, just voir dire that your client's and his intent and knowledge and understanding that he is accepting a plea today, and we're only transferring the probation portion of it, and we will retain jurisdiction if he violates the probation that he's just gonna go through at the 25th District Court. So yes, we can do all of that, counsel.
Sure. Mr. Matthews, you've heard the prosecutor as well as our judge here and myself making comments. Did you understand all the comments that were made?
Yes, Your Honor. Or yes, yes, Mr. Restano.
Okay. So just so to clarify, your case is going to be monitored and you'll be on probation to the 25th District Court. But if you screw up at the 25th District Court, this judge here will be able to sentence you to whatever he felt was appropriate, including up to 93 days in jail if you violate the terms of the sobriety court in the 25th District Court. You understand that as part of the plea?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions relative to that?
No.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied that he understands the plea. I know that he has signed and executed an advice of rights form with my permission that I've gone over. I believe he understands those rights.
Okay. All right. Mr.
Did you want me to establish the factual basis for the?
I can take that. Ms. Rogers, is this a plea as charged or is there an offer?
No, the amendment is down to an OWVI.
Yes, you did say that. It's one of those days. All right.
And also, just for the record, it's kind of a nitpicky thing. The charge as charged is a high BAC, which carries 180 days in jail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Sir, do you understand actually that's what the original charge is, but we're going to reduce it down to operating while visibly impaired. So any violation would not be back to the original charge. It would just be to the operating while visibly impaired. Is that correct, Ms. Rogers?
That is correct, Judge.
All right.
I'm here. That's correct.
And Mr. Johnson, you understand the gravity of this charge, and do you understand that just so you, in case no one's explained to you, this is a two-step down from what your original charge is. Your original charge is operating with blood alcohol content of 0.17 or more, which is twice the legal limit, or what some people refer to as super drunk. All right, you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So if we were going to step this down one step, you would be operating while intoxicated. And what we're going to go down is even another step from operating while intoxicated down to another step to operating while visibly impaired. So this is not just a reduction, this is a double reduction in your charge. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor, and I'm very grateful.
And yes, and yes, be grateful. But if you do not complete the program as given to you, you can't go in there saying, well, I want to do this, but I don't want to do this, and I object to this because I don't think that's appropriate. If you want to create your own program, sir, then you're just going to come back to me with the charges. You understand that, sir?
Yes, I understand. That's why I voluntarily joined the program, and have been exceptionally trying to be successful as I could possibly be.
All right. So I do have a question with regard to that, sir. Your program in the 25th District Court, what was the date of offense for that charge?
And I could probably get that if you give me a second here. You bear with me 1 second. It would appear that it would have been on or around December 9th of 2022.
Okay.
And that was taken from the City of River Rouge narrative report.
So it would have been approximately 2 months prior to the River Rouge case.
Correct. And Your Honor, just for what he actually was, I think, had one court date in River Rouge, and then he picked up this offense, and that's when I was retained to handle this, and I went in, I think the second time he might have been in court in River Rouge, and started to coordinate getting him into the sobriety court there.
Okay. All right. Well, the sobriety, yes. So he was 2 months before, and that's a concern in itself. You get a drunk driving case 2 months prior to this drunk driving case I get here.
There's no doubt, Your Honor, that he was in full crisis mode in terms of his underlying issues with sobriety, with substance abuse, and that was something that that it's been a good positive transition. I've spoken with the probation department. He is a poster person for that program. And when I say that, Your Honor, I could say this as an officer of the court, is that when I spoke with him the other day, there was no reason for him to embellish or BS me. Yeah, he spoke very highly of the program, and then it's really helped him out. And that's something that it wasn't said because he was going to gain any kind of benefit from the court. He was talking to me as his attorney. That being said, Your Honor, I think that, and it's a long-term program. He's going once a week now. Is that correct, Mr. Matthews? Meeting with the court?
Yes.
And how often are you testing now? How often are you testing now?
I'm drug testing once a week, but I have a personal portable PBT that I test in the mornings and the afternoons, or mornings between 7 and 9 a.m. and the night 10 p.m. to 12. And I've been doing that since March 2nd.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll take this plea here, sir, and we'll transfer our probation to the 25th District Court. And certainly, I'm going to tell you, sir, if you just came to me 2 months after I knew you got a drunk driving case in another district, and you came to me and you're twice the legal limit for being drunk, I certainly would have just locked you up, sir. So it's good that you've got involved in a program already. That gives me a reason to not lock you up. because this 0.17 is far too, that does not indicate social drinking, sir. That indicates to me, I obviously can be wrong, I am no specialist, but that would have to be addressed in some way that just takes you off the street and makes sure that you don't drink and hurt someone. So, but you've done that. You've done the best thing for you. You got an attorney who's working hard for you. So we're going to take this plea. Mr. Mr. Matthews, you understand that you do have a right to go to trial and not to, you don't have to plead guilty to anything. You understand that, right?
I do, Your Honor.
You understand as because of the charge itself, you could be sentenced to 181 days in jail. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand if you do not successfully complete this program, you still would be facing that type of sentence. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty of your own free will, sir?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Johnson, I don't know why I keep saying that because you got your middle name looks
Your
like,
last name.
well, you got, actually, you almost have 3 last names. So what? On the date of February the 7th of 2023, approximately 6:15 a.m., were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit, sir?
Yes.
Let's see, where was that? Okay, I don't have the location here. Were you stopped by the police, sir?
Yes.
Did they suspect that you may be under the influence of either some intoxicating liquors or some type of mind-changing substance?
Yes.
Did they do a breathalyzer, or did they take you to a clinic or to a doctor or a nurse where they can take a blood draw from you?
Your Honor, it was a data master test at one of the local precincts. The results we would stipulate to there were a 0.20, 0.21. The PBTs at the side of the road were a 0.12.
Okay. 0.20. Wow. Okay. I'm not sure how you were walking, sir, but anyway, the court will accept, enter a plea of guilty as charged on this matter. I'm sorry, it was a reduction to operating while visibly impaired. Your sentence will be deferred and transferred to the 25th District Court for their sobriety court. Your successful completion at that court will be honored as a successful completion for this court as well, sir.
Okay.
Counsel, I believe there's really nothing else for us to do on this matter.
No, I think that I'm assuming that your court will prepare a judgment, a sentence, or order of probation that I might be able to provide to the as well as the I'll work on coordinating the transfer documents.
Yeah, we can do that, the order of probation and transfer of a sentence for the sobriety court.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Matthews, I don't know how I keep doing that. Mr. Matthews,
yes, Your Honor.
Stay safe, not only for other people's health and welfare, stay safe and don't drink and drive for your health and welfare as well, sir.
I appreciate it.
All right, this matter is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
I think we got 3 more people. 1, 2, 3, yeah. All right.
What's going on with Mr. Muhammad? Are we just giving him a new court date? Okay.
Who was on that case?
Okay. Oh, she's in the breakout.
Judge, the other attorney has the last 3 people. Do you still need me to stay?
Where's she in the breakout room?
She's in the breakout room. She's in 6.
Um,
City attorney.
Okay, we should be okay, counsel. I just, sometimes things go a little sideways and we need a little help, but I think we should be okay.
Okay, sure.
Oh, yeah, we're sure, counsel. It's always good to see you.
Okay, have a good one.
All right, you as well.
All
Attorney
right.
Hatch, really quick before you go, I'm not
Sure.
trying to hold you. Did you have anybody that you gave a pretrial date to?
Yes, Ernest Marino is doing a second pretrial and Clifton Moss pretrial.
Okay, I was wondering, because I'm like, I had files left in my hand that weren't accounted for.
Yeah,
So, okay,
I was gonna shoot you an email, but yep.
thank you.
Okay. You guys have a good one. Judge, your clock is wrong.
I think it's like 2 minutes off.
What, by a couple of minutes?
Yeah, well, just because you like to be precise, you might want to fix it.
I'm not that anal. So, you know what?
Right.
We might have had, when I originally said it might have been some little power fluctuation since then. But I don't, you know what? The only reason I have that clock there is because when we would go back and try to find things on YouTube, it was no way of knowing how to get to it because there's no clock in the system. And so if I could ask the court reporter and say, what time was this case called? I could go directly to it. So, and
she has 2 defendants in the breakout room. So it's 4 cases left or 5.
I'm thinking that the Galaxy person might be the actual officer. So that might be Officer Haskins. And then she has the people that's out here.
Okay. All righty, guys.
I thought you were going to ask her if she needed your assistance. You like it?
I did an hour ago.
Oh, it's one of those days. Some days. So
I mean, what are these? Do you want to call these? Do you want to just call these cases real quick? If they're just, I'll do it.
So she said plea, and no contest plea.
Okay, just go ahead and call them till she comes out.
All right, thank you. Let's see, what do we have out here?
You got Madison,
Mino.
All right, Cornelius Madison, unmute your microphone. Turn your camera on. Raise your right hand. State your full name.
Hold on, I'm trying to turn my camera on, sir. Okay. State my full name.
Yes,
Cornelius.
sir. State your full name.
Cornelius Lamont Madison.
Mr. Madison, do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
You may lower your hand. Mr. Madison, you have ticket number X4232168, People versus Cornelius, Cornelius. Madison, Madison. Mr. Madison, you have 2 counts. The first one is a misdemeanor for no operator's license. The second one is a civil infraction for careless driving. Mr. Madison, you spoke with an attorney and you indicated that you did not want any offer on this and you wanted to take this. Oh, no, you want to plead to something. What was the offer? No, it's no offer in the file.
Is that on Madison?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. It's a state case, right?
Yes, a state case.
Okay.
Yeah, state case.
I emailed her let me look that up really quickly. I just emailed the attorney that offer on that. Mr. Madison.
The attorney is in the breakout room. I mean, in a room with one of the with another defendant, but I didn't get anything that said what the offer was.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I emailed her and I thought, okay.
Yeah, if she's out here, she would just tell me, but since she's not in the room, can you tell me what the offer was?
Yeah, I'm just looking up because I emailed it to her. There were 2 cases I had with her. I'm waiting for the judge. Oh, okay. Apologize, Judge. Let me see here. That what were the original charges on that, Judge?
Yeah, the original charge was no operator's license for the misdemeanor and careless driving for the civil infraction. Only the 2 charges.
It was going to be amended to fail to display an assured clear distance. I discussed that with her and with the trooper.
All right, Mr. Madison,
Yes, Your Honor.
did you have opportunity to speak with counsel and she tendered an offer that was made by the prosecution to you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you agree to plead to anything or did you want to go to trial on this matter, sir?
I agreed to plea.
What did you agree to plead to, sir?
Um,
You
failure-
understand?
failure to provide operators and the clear distance.
Okay, and just so I know for sure that this is coming from you, sir, and you wanted to take advantage of that offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you had discussions with the attorneys. She went over all of the conditions and terms, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir. All right, I've already sworn you in, sir. You understand that you have a constitutional right to have a trial on the no operator's license, and you have a right to have a formal hearing for the careless driving. And they've made an offer for you on both of those charges, and it was your decision to take advantage of the offer, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And are you pleading guilty and responsible because you are, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Date of June the 9th, 2023, or you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes, Your Honor.
This was on M39 on the freeway, sir?
Yes.
And that was at the cross street or near Schoolcraft, is that correct? So it was in the city of Detroit?
Yes, it was right between 6 Mile and it was closer to 6 Mile.
Okay, well, the city of Detroit is all I really have to have. On that day, sir, were you stopped by the police?
No, I had a car accident.
You had a car accident, so you were stopped because of an accident. All right, and did you have a valid license at that time?
No, Your Honor.
And that careless driving, sir, charge, did you cause the accident?
No, I don't think I did, but it's because I really don't know, because when I woke up, Your Honor, I was up against the wall. I didn't hit anybody. I felt like I got swiped. I hit the wall.
All right. Sir, this may sound like a stupid question to ask, but you did not have a collision with another car, is that correct?
No, Your Honor. I don't think.
So when you hit that wall, the wall didn't obviously jump out and hit you, correct?
I was going up the middle lane. I felt like I was going up the middle lane to pick up my brother from the airport. And
sir, I don't need that kind of detail.
Okay,
all I need to know is if you hit a wall, that wall could not have jumped out and hit you, sir. So nobody else could have caused it. The wall didn't cause it, correct?
No, I caused it.
All right. So that obviously had to be some careless driving, sir. If you just so the court will find you responsible for the
accident. Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, well, the court will find you guilty of careless driving, but the court will enter a plea of the reduced charge of failing to stop in a safe, assured distance. And let's see, where's my lines here? Little cheat sheets for the fine. Madam APA.
Yes, Your Honor.
The fine for the safe assured distance of failing to stop in a safe and assured distance. What is that fine?
What is it? I'm thinking 175. I don't have it written down. I apologize.
Well, I don't know.
323. Let me see.
think that
Apologize.
would be more than that because it's 175 just for blockading.
That's true. This is a 2-point civil infraction. I know violation of basic speed law is 135, but somewhere short clear distance. Find it.
We'll get back to you on that one, Mr. Madison, but your other fine for the misdemeanor, that's $225. That one I can give you additional time to pay. How much time do you need for that charge, sir?
About 2 weeks.
I'll give you 30 days, sir. That would be October the 9th.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. All right, so complete this as soon as I get the fine for the charge that's not on my little cheat sheet.
Could it be under failed to stop within?
Madam Prosecutor, that you're asking me?
Yeah, I'm looking
Offer
right
a
now.
plea, but you don't know what the fine is?
I don't.
It's not going to be on there because the chief charge, that's a reduction in the charge. The ticket number is X4232168.
X423.
2168. It's count 2, but it's a reduction in the charge. The original charge is careless driving. And careless driving is $210. Fail to stop and safe for short distance.
Attorney Rogers, do you happen to know? I see she's still on. Do you happen to know the fine for a short clear distance?
I can look. I do not.
For some reason, I thought I remember 175. Yeah.
It's not fail to use due care and caution, right?
No. I mean, it could be though. It's a civil infraction, but we talked about when I amended it. Assured clear distance. What is that for due care and caution?
130.
Yeah, Shannon Walker just texted me. She said 135.
Well, that is the fail to stop in a safe, assured distance in a construction zone. So I don't know what you were intending to offer, Madam Prosecutor.
Oh, I was looking at 257.627, fail to stop within assured clear distance.
Fail to stop in assured clear distance.
What was the
what was the code? What was the PAC code, Counsel?
257.627.
.627.
Okay, Judge, the other counsel has returned. Have a good one.
All right. All right, you also. What do you have, 627? What does that come up to? All right, Madam Clerk is trying to put that code in. We're not coming up with anything, Counsel.
Really? Because that's what I'm looking at. The Secretary of State saw 257.627.1. And it says code 2310, code 2310. Would that help? 2310?
I have no idea what that is.
That's, I'm just looking in the vehicle code, the Michigan Vehicle Code under Secretary of State, and they have a section in the code. Look again here.
I think you're gonna have to make an offer or something that we got a PAC code that we can put in.
Okay. How about violation of basic speed law? Which does actually fall, that's 257.6271, and that I know that's $135, violation of basic speed law.
Yeah. And that's $170 fine.
Okay. Oh, it is? Oh.
And how many points would that be?
2. The same as the other one.
Is that the offer now, Counsel?
Yes, that would be it.
Attorney Vanek, you want to? This is Mr. Cornelius Madison, who was charged with no operator's license and careless driving. The people have reduced the no operator's license to fail to display. And there was some question about reducing count 2 careless driving to something. And now it looks like it's going to be violation of basic speed law. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. It had been failed to stop within assured clear distance, and that would be amended to violation of basic speed law.
All right, so counsel, you need to talk to your client on that.
Mr. Madison, do you need to confer with me or did you hear the offer? I can speak with you if you want me to speak with you privately.
No, I heard the offer. I'm good. I'm good with it.
All right, Mr. Madison, we've already gone over your rights that you have a civil infraction, which you right to challenge that, as well as your misdemeanor charges. The civil infraction, if you want to challenge it, you can have a formal hearing. You don't have trials for civil infractions because you can't be found guilty for, you can only be found responsible for misdemeanor, which is a criminal matter. You can be found guilty of that. So, but you have a right to challenge both of these in the courtroom. They could be conducted simultaneously. It's just the verdicts would be different. One would be responsible or not responsible. One would be guilty or not guilty, depending on if it's a civil infraction or a criminal matter. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading today because you are both guilty and responsible for these matters, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. On the date of, well, we actually started going through this already on the date of June the 9th of 2023. I asked you, were you driving a motor vehicle? And you indicated at the location, well, in the city of Detroit, you indicated that you somehow or another hit the retaining wall. You did not understand or did not know why you hit it, but you hit it and you woke up later and realized you had been in an accident. You did not have a valid driver's license at that time. You have already been found responsible or guilty of failing to display. Your fine on that is $225. The violation of the basic speed law, that is a civil infraction. And your fine on that would be $170. And it does come with 2 points. Careless driving comes with 3 points. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And so is it my understanding, sir, today that you have admitted to driving carelessly? Strike that. Court will indicated that it has found based on the factual basis that you were careless, but the court will enter the reduced plea of violation of the basic speed law. Again, that will be a $170 fine. And the court finds that you are guilty of the amended charge from no operator's license or fail to the reduction of fail to display. That is a reduction in charge that would suggest that you had a valid driver's license. You just did not have it on you. Is that what you understand, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you pled guilty to the no operator's license, which was again amended to fail to display, and you've admitted to being responsible for careless driving, which has been been reduced to the reduced charge of violation of basic speed law, which is $170. The civil infraction, sir, the violation of basic speed law, $170. I cannot give you any time to pay that. That has to be paid within 14 days. The other charge of failing to display a valid license, that's $225. I can give you time on that one if you need time. How much time do you need, if you need any at all, Mr. Madison?
I thought you said 30 days, sir, Your Honor.
I can give you more than that if you need it. I'm asking you how much time.
Yeah, I need a little bit more time than that.
How much do you need, sir?
At least 2 months.
All right, since you said at least 2 months, I'm gonna give you 3 months on it, sir. That's 90 days. So that charge of $225 has to be paid on or before December the 7th. That's 3 months from today's date, 90 days.
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. The other one, the $170, sir, that has to be paid within 14 days. That's a civil infraction, and the state does not give me the ability to give you additional time on that.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right.
So
Do you know how?
14 days, I have 14 days to pay the civil infraction, right?
Yes, and 90 days to pay the misdemeanor charge.
Okay, okay, Your Honor.
If you know how to pay, sir, then you're all set to go.
I could do it online, right? And call or
Can
call
do
me?
it online. Yes, you can do it online, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes. All right. Ms. Madison, you're free to go. All right, counsel, what do we have? Which one do you want me to call next?
We can do Danielle Mino.
All right. Danielle Mino, raise your right hand, turn your camera on, raise your right hand, state your full name. Danielle Mino, unmute your microphone. Moving to the next person.
The next person.
They unmuted. State your full name.
Danielle
Raise your
Marie
right-
Mino.
Is your right hand raised? I can't see.
Yes,
All right. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
yes.
Yeah, all right. You may lower your hand. I need you to stop walking though. All right. You have ticket number P1468388, People versus Danielle, DANIELLE, Mino, MENO. You have 2 counts. First count is a misdemeanor, entering a vacant dwelling without owner's permission. Count 2, fail to signal when leaving the curb. All right. The people have made an offer that if you pled to, pardon me?
Sorry, there was someone
Okay.
else talking in the room. I'm just
All right.
trying to get out of this room.
Okay, all right. The people have made an offer that if you pled to count 1, which is entering without owner's permission, they would amend and reduce that charge to disorderly conduct. Count 2, fail to signal when leaving the curb, the civil infraction would be dismissed. Do you understand those charges, and do you want to take advantage of the offer, or do you want to set this for trial and formal hearing?
Take advantage of the offer.
All right.
And Your
All
Honor,
right,
if I may,
yes,
just for the record, the file
yes.
that she is entering the plea on is actually set for trial today. That's the file ending in 83881. But I've been informed that the officer did actually check in, and that is why that's why the resolution has occurred, and my client is tendering a plea to that.
Okay, I do believe that's the officer out here right now on the Galaxy phone. Is that? Oh, that's not that officer. Let's see. Okay, let's see what the officer did check in. I know, let's see, but I believe he said he had something in another courtroom.
That is correct. It would be Nathaniel
All right.
Nice.
Yes, so we did have the officer check in. So these are matters that do not get dismissed because the officer did appear. So
On which one?
this is Mino with GRYS, huh? I thought you said they did. Okay. Oh, I'm mistaken. It doesn't look like this officer did appear.
Haskins, which.
Okay, I misunderstood what you said. All right, counsel, this is gonna put a little bit different spin on it. This matter was scheduled for. This matter was scheduled for 9 a.m. There was an Officer Graves. I believe he pronounces it Graves, but first initial is N, last name is GRYS. Grizz or Graves, I'm not sure. Badge number 777 with Detroit Police Department. This officer appears to have not appears to not appear. Okay. Did not show today. This court having no reasonable explanation, this matter is dismissed. Madam, Ms. Mino, this matter is dismissed. You are free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's see. Counsel, which one do you want to call next? We got motion, we got Adama.
We can do Adam Muhammad, as I know that the officer is present on this one. Muhammad, I'm sorry, it's Muhammad. Adam Muhammad.
Oh, Adama. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Do they have that many? Name appears to be Adam. I don't know if that's the correct spelling, but you can unmute your microphone, raise your right hand, and state your full name, Mr. Muhammad. I can't hear you, sir. Something's going on with your volume because I can't hear you. Let's see. All right, Mr. Muhammad, I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on with your volume now.
I heard him previously, Your Honor. His Zoom was working.
Yeah, it's out here and it shows he has.
Muhammad, why don't you just leave out and come back in and make sure you connect your audio over cellular device?
All right, I got Mac, motion, and
Motion, we are ready on, Your Honor. I am not aware of anybody else besides motion and Muhammad.
we will address things as we get there. Motion, let's see. Mr. Bilal, motion. I need you to turn your camera on, unmute your mic. There you go. Raise your right hand, state your full name.
Bilal Mohsen.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may lower your hand. Sir, you have ticket number X4196810, the People versus Bilal, B-I-L-A-L, Mohsen, M-O-H-S-I-N. Mr. Mohsen, you have 3 counts. These were all state charges. Failed to stop within assured clear distance. That is a civil infraction. No ops on person. That is a misdemeanor. And no proof of insurance as a civil infraction. Attorney Cole, I don't have, since you weren't here, I don't have what your offers are. Attorney Vanett.
Yes, I believe that this also would have to be amended. The offer on Mr. Motion is that we were going to dismiss the no proof of insurance. The operator's license, not on person, was going to be amended to a failure to display. And with respect to the accident, we were asking for a no contest plea as there is a threat of civil liability. And the original amendment was going to be an assured clear distance, failed to stop within assured, but as I believe that needs to be amended now to a violation of a basic speed law, which would be still the same amount of points. As I know that the previous assured clear distance, we were not able
Okay,
to.
let's take them one at a time. The no proof of insurance would be dismissed. The no ops on person would be what? Failed to display?
That is correct.
And the last charge, failed to stop. Madam APA, there's a plea on every charge? There's nothing.
There's no insurance. The insurance is getting dismissed. This was an accident with injuries, several injuries involved.
And it failed to stop within assured clear distance. Is that as charged or is there going to be a reduction?
That's as charged.
And that's a no contest plea, Your Honor.
I understand.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Mohsen.
Yes.
I've already sworn you in, and you probably just heard the discussion about what the offer would be. The offer would be out of the 3 charges, count 3, the no proof of insurance, civil infraction would be dismissed. The count 2, no operator's license on person, is actually already charged the same way as failed to display. That just means you had a valid license and you just didn't have it on you, so you failed to display it. So that's what that charge is going to be. That's actually pretty much the same charge. And count 1 is failed to stop within a sure clear distance, which resulted in an accident, and there is no reduction on that charge. Mr. Mosen, do you want to have a formal hearing and trial on these matters, or do you want to take the offer where one charge is reduced? Well, it's really not reduced, same charge basically with a different name, where one count is dismissed and you pleading to the other 2 charges.
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay.
Okay. Well, sir, I have to have a positive response if that's what you choose to do. Is that what you want to do today, sir?
You said that if I don't do that, you said I can schedule for a hearing?
Yeah, you can. Is today scheduled for?
Today is
What's the
scheduled
date?
for a trial, Your Honor.
Okay. Do we have the attorney here? Well, the officer was here, Mola. I know I saw that officer.
I have his cell phone if he needs to come back. He was called out to the scene on something. He told me to call him if he needed to come back for a hearing.
I know he checked him in, so if Mr. Mosen wants to have a trial or an informal hearing on today's date, we can still do that.
Is there any way I can do that possible?
Do what, sir?
The hearing?
Yeah, we can have the hearing. We just got to call the officer back.
Okay, I'm getting him on the phone right now then.
Yeah, I know.
Your Honor, if we are going to have a hearing on that, I'm actually assigned to a docket that starts at 1:30 in front of courtroom 533.
All right, well, we'll just have to do it without you. We'll have to get someone else, so. Let's see, what else do we have out here?
We have Mr. Muhammad, who is back on. He was having voice, we couldn't hear
Right.
him.
All right, Mr. Muhammad, can we hear you now? Unmute your microphone.
Can you?
Yeah,
Can you
we
hear
got
me?
you now. Yep, we're gonna call your case right now, sir. Come back, sir. Raise your right hand, state your full name.
Adam Muhammad.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth?
Yes, sir.
You may lower your hand. Mr. Muhammad, I have Adam on here with 3 A's. Is that how you spell your name?
They spelled it wrong. That's just how they got it spelled.
So we take 2 A's off of it, huh? Just ADAM, not
Yeah.
AADAM.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. All right, Mr. Muhammad. You have ticket number V121737. The People versus Adam, ADAM, Muhammad, MUHMMAD. Mr. Muhammad, you're charged with harboring an unlicensed dog. You also have ticket number V121738. Failed to vaccinate or provide proof of vaccination for a dog. V121739, harboring an unlicensed dog. First dog was named Peanut. This dog is named Muffy. Right, you have V121740. Failed to vaccinate a dog. This dog is Muffy. You also have V121741. Failed to license a dog. This is Nunu. So they're all different dogs. This is V121742. Failed to provide vaccination for a dog or provide proof of vaccination. This is Nunu. And you have V122495. Failed to provide a leash or a responsible person for a dog off of a secure premises or place. And Madam Prosecutor, City Attorney, Assistance Corporation Counsel, was there an offer made on this? I don't see one in the file, so.
Yes, there is. I made the offer after speaking to the officer in defense. The offer will be a 12-month delayed sentence on the no dog license ticket. That was the first one on the docket ending in 3721. And with a dismissal of the balance based on two of the dogs no longer being on the property, including one being killed, and the civilian complaining witness on the last charge, a dog at large not complying with prosecution and animal control and appearing at court today.
And Your
Right, now I'm
Honor,
gonna look.
and Your Honor,
Yes.
due to a threat of civil liability, we are asking for my client to enter a plea of no contest to the charge.
Which count was it?
It's the first ones, it's the file ending in 73721, no dog license. The remainder will be dismissed.
Hold on one second.
So it's
here.
one count.
Hey, hold on one second.
Yeah, sure.
All right, counsel. You said the first charge, which would be V121737, and then they added a 21 on the end of that for, I'm not sure how that is. Oh, that's for the year. You said there would be a plea to that, and what else?
We're asking for a no contest plea to that due to threat of civil liability.
But the other matters would be dismissed?
That is correct.
Okay. All right, Mr. Adam Mohammed, you understand the people have made an offer that if you pled to one count, 6 counts would be dismissed. You would not have to plea or say you're guilty. You would just accept a plea of no contest, meaning there is nothing affirmative on the record saying that you pleading guilty. You're just accepting responsibility for that matter. You understand that? And you're not contesting it. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And that's your choice to proceed in that fashion, have the other matters dismissed?
Yes, sir.
All right. You understand that no contest would have the same effect of a plea, but you don't have a plea on you, which means if somebody wants to sue you, they can't use this to sue you. You understand that? They'd have to just sue you on all the other facts, on the facts of the case and their witnesses. All right. All right, Mr. Mohammed, on the ticket number V121737 on the date of February 23rd, 2004, the ticket alleges that on that date, you were harboring an unlicensed dog by the name of Peanut, a large tricolor male American bulldog. There's an allegation that the dog bit a neighbor on February 23rd, 2021. That's the allegation, sir. Are you contesting that or are you accepting the responsibility?
Accepting responsibility.
Okay, so no contest. I mean, you're not challenging it. Right. All right, sir. The court will find you guilty of that count. The other 6 or 5 matters, was it 6 or 7 altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The other 6 matters would be dismissed. Your fine on this is going to be $225, sir. Can you pay that right away, or do you need time?
I'll go pay it.
Can you pay it right away, or do you need time?
I could pay it right away.
Okay, if you're gonna pay it right away, I need you to wait at least 2 days for us to get it into the system. So, because if you go out there right now, you're gonna see 7 counts. In 1 day, 2 days, it's gonna be reduced. Counsel, hold on 1 second. All right, you got that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you know how and where to pay?
Yeah, I know how. Do I need the ticket number to pay, right?
It's helpful for you, but do you have the ticket number, sir?
No,
You
I
have your
don't.
ticket numbers?
No,
You have a copy
no,
of
I
your
don't.
ticket? Okay.
No.
All right. All right. All right, sir. The ticket number is going to be, you got something to write it down?
Yeah.
V as in Victor, 1217371.
Yeah, I got it.
You got
Your
that?
Honor.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
You're all
And
set, sir.
Judge,
Yeah.
this was a 12-month delayed sentence on it.
Oh, 12-month delayed sentence. I apologize. I didn't realize that. All right, sir. This is a 12-month delayed sentence. That simply means in 12 months, if you have not picked up any additional charges, your fine is paid. This matter would be dismissed and it would not be on your record. If you pick up other charges, sir, that delayed sentence is not going to apply. It won't be dismissed. So, and if your fine is not paid, when I go to check it, 12 months from today's date, which would be September the 9th of 2024, on that date, if this fine is not paid and that and you picked up other cases like this, it will not be dismissed. You'll have to come back to court on it. You understand that?
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got one question though. With that delayed sentence, will that be stopping me from getting my CCW?
I can't answer that question, sir. You might have to consult an attorney on that. I can't give legal advice. All right.
After 12 months, Mr. Muhammad.
No, I would just.
Mr. Muhammad, after 12 months, as long as you pay the ticket and you don't pick up any new cases, you're going to come back here in 12 months and get a dismissal of the case.
It's going to be automatically dismissed. He does not have to come back. He can come back if he chooses to, Mr. Muhammad, on that date on 9/9. You could come back if you choose to. If you do not come back, I will just automatically look in the system, see the fine is paid, and you have not picked up any charges, any additional charges, and it would automatically be dismissed. If you want to come back and hear me say dismissed, you are welcome to do so.
Okay, Your Honor. Yes.
All right, you're all set, sir.
Thank you.
Your Honor, is it possible that Attorney Vanek, myself, and Trooper Mola can go into a breakout room with Mr. Mosen?
All things are possible, counsel.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. Is it possible to call? I'm actually supposed to be in court 533 right now to do the afternoon docket.
Okay.
This will only take us about 5 minutes. He has a video. Trooper Mola has a video he wants to show your client.
Can you call? Somebody call up to courtroom 533 and just tell them I'm running a few minutes late. I'm just finishing this, and then I will be right there.
Counsel, go ahead. You can go ahead and maybe get rid of do this right now. Yes, we're going to take care of that.
And counsel, I'll let my coworker know that does 533 that you're on the way.
Madam Clerk? Or Judge? Hello, Madam Clerk or Judge Wagner? Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, I was on the phone. I got you. You need to take a break.
Hey, yeah, I'm just gonna stretch my legs for a second, okay?
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So, well, just contact me. Let me.
Okay, Your Honor, we're back.
So I just went out. I'll be right with you.
Your Honor, we are ready to proceed.
Yeah, I gotta get people out here. I mean, we'll talk, man. Yeah. All right, I am back. What do we have, counsel?
Your Honor,
I'm returning to my.
Hold on 1 second. Do we have our court reporter back?
She had to step away for a second.
We have the court. Oh, yeah, so.
Nobody can. I just wanted to go into a breakout room with Attorney Vaynick and Mr. Mosen and Trooper Mola for a minute.
I think we've resolved.
I thought that's what we
this
did on
call.
the break.
Yes, we did resolve.
She went away.
It.
Huh?
We did resolve it. He does wish to avail himself of the offer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. What is the offer?
The offer on Mr. Mosen was for the insurance is going to be dismissed, the no proof of insurance.
Yeah.
The no operator's license on person is going to become a failure to display, which my client understands is a 0-point abstractable traffic
Oh,
misdemeanor.
no, ma'am, we're gonna completely remove that.
Oh, we're going to completely remove that one as well. So that will
Yeah,
be
so-
dismissed as well.
Yeah, so the bottom two, the no insurance and the no ops on person, those will be completely removed, and we're only gonna keep the fail to stop within clear assured distance.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Which I believe is that the violation, since we last time,
Yes.
no, it's actually going to be a violation of a basic speed law. It's a 2-point offense. And we're asking for my client to enter a plea of no contest to that due to threat of civil liability.
Well, thank you,
Okay, I'm
Trooper Mola,
confused.
because I had agreed to fail to display because at that point, and we cannot, do you happen to know the fine? Well, anyway, we were looking for the.
Hold
I
on.
think-
Everybody stop for a second. Because I need to understand what's going on. So we're saying now that the no ops on person is going to be dismissed, correct?
Correct.
The no proof of insurance is going to be dismissed, and that leaves the fail to stop within an assured clear distance. That is going to be as charged. Is that my
Yeah.
understanding?
Correct.
Yes.
And Trooper Mola, that's what you were saying as well. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, thank you. Certainly would not proceed without your agreeing to this. So, all right.
But
Yes, sir,
remember,
'cause
Judge,
proof,
this is the one we couldn't find the fine for. This was the one we couldn't find the fine for, assured clear distance.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I got some stuff here. My cheat sheet.
I'm gonna make sure I get that correct.
I thought that was something else. Wasn't this one that was the assured clear distance? Because was that this one, Madam Clerk? There's still the stop with assured clear distance.
Y'all was trying to figure out the fine.
I know. So I thought it was a different charge that she was using, because I thought we had a charge for that.
We had ended up amending one to violation of basic speed law because we couldn't find the assured clear distance fine, which I'll make sure to.
Okay, so that's all I need to know. Is it going to be the violation of basic speed law, which is a 2-point ticket? Is that what we're doing?
Trooper Mueller, we had agreed to that only because we couldn't find the actual fine for assured clear distance. And I thought as long as we had a 2-point violation that you'd be satisfied with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. They're very similar tickets.
That's what I was
They're
thinking.
very similar, and one can articulate that violation of basic speed law can be applied to this crash as well.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. All right, Mr. Mosley, I know we've done a lot of talk over you and around you, but you've been here to hear it. The bottom line it comes down to is you have 3 charges. You have a civil infraction for no proof of insurance that is going to be dismissed today. You have a misdemeanor charge for no operator's license on person. That is going to be dismissed today. There is another charge where you were involved in an accident. People are not prepared to dismiss that, but they're going to give you a better deal than what the charge is. And it's going to be violation of basic speed law. Is that what you understand, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you have any additional questions for the attorney to make sure that you were understanding what's going to happen today?
Yeah, I understand.
And Your Honor, we
Okay.
just want to confirm that that's a no contest plea.
Okay, and that's fine, sir. The people are allowing you to plead no contest on this matter, which simply means you're going to take responsibility, but you're not going to open yourself up to a easy charge for someone to actually sue you. A lot of charges, if you plead to, and that's an admission to something you've done factually, people can use that and use your words against you in a trial and sue you. In this particular case, it doesn't mean someone can't sue you, but they just can't use your words against you from this case. You understand that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And if this is what you want to do, we'll go forward with this. Sir, on the date of March the 30th of 2023, were you driving a motor vehicle on I-94 near 24th Street in the city of Detroit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you involved in an accident, sir?
Yes, I was.
All right, and I'm asking you, sir, the vehicle you were driving was involved with another accident, correct?
Correct.
The officer wrote you the ticket. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
The trooper. And you acknowledge that the trooper wrote you the ticket and you're not contesting these facts. Is that correct, sir?
What do you mean by that? I'm sorry.
That means, are you accepting responsibility without saying I'm guilty?
I still don't understand. I'm sorry.
Well, sir, basically what happens is you could be involved in an incident where you can stand up and say, I did something, or I'm responsible for something, or you can say, well, I accept responsibility without saying I'm responsible. You know, that's what that means, sir. That means there's nothing positive or assertive on the record saying I am responsible for that, but you're saying I'm not saying I'm responsible, but I accept responsibility.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right, sir. The court will find you responsible for the one charge of violation of basic speed law. And your fine is $170. You will. And you have to pay this, sir, and it will be 2 points on your record, but you have to pay this within 14 days.
Okay, that sounds good. No problem.
All right, the other two matters are dismissed.
All right.
All right, good luck to you, sir. You can sign off. Oh, do you know how to pay the $170?
Yeah, online, right? I just put the case number, pay online.
Okay. Yes, sir. That's it. You're all set then.
All right, thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
All set. They're waiting for you in 533. I did give them a call.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you, Trooper Mola.
Okay.
Oh,
See you next
I
time.
was gonna speak Mola, but he's gone already.
See you at PA Cole. See you, everybody. Thank you, Martha. Have a good one.
Bye. Thank you.
Martha, I owe you.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that.